I put it in
Oh, and
the
we are
nameplate
live.
here.
Oh,
Hello, folks.
hi.
My name is Michael. Pronouns he, him. I am going to be GMing tonight for Outgunned. And in a moment here, I'm going to turn down the sound, except my computer is being a pain tonight and decided to stop showing me all of the all the things. So, sorry about that getting involved or that problem. All right, we forgot to set up an order. The way I'm showing, I've got Zach, Vixie, Jack, and then Sergio going down my line. We're gonna start that way. You want to introduce yourselves?
Sure.
There
Hi.
you go.
I'm Zachary Vaudo. It is 30 degrees here, but I'm not cold. I'm in character as Otis Nemo, your nobody role for tonight. And you can find me online everywhere as Sneakernet or Sneakernet Music.
Was I next? Sorry. Hi, I'm Jack. He, they. I'm Dungeon Club on the internet.
Cool. I think I was next. All right, yeah. I'm Sergio. I'll be playing Sticky Keys, our hacker for tonight. And I am Action Surge DM on various social platforms.
Is it my turn? Do I exist?
Yep.
I probably
Right.
need three.
That's the essential
Anyway,
question.
right. Hey, everybody. My name is Vixie Bell, and I'm your friendly neighborhood player here at the table tonight with the wonderful Improv GM. Super excited to be here for another game of Outgunned. You can find me everywhere on the internet over at the Pocket Dragon Pub, where I run and play games, and at Vixie Bell, where I play games on other people's channels. Take your pick. So tonight I'll be playing your friendly neighborhood Ace, which is going to be so fun. I get to drive a super cool car. And yeah, I'm excited for everybody to meet Pistol.
All right, so we are performing. We're doing this tonight, not just to play kind of a kick-ass game, but also to raise money for Doctors Without Borders. You'll notice there's a little QR code in the middle that will go to Team Black, the XP Men, which I think are all of us a part of Team Black.
I'm actually Team Red.
I'm also
Fantastic
Team Red.
D4. I'm invading.
I mean, honestly, it doesn't matter. All we need to do is destroy
Yeah,
Jordan Browns. If anybody can get us to like
that's right.
32,000
Yeah.
in the next few hours, that would be amazing.
Just a little
It
donation.
would be amazing. But but it's a wonderful charity. If you can help out, please do so. So, to begin, Outguns, Montana, the edge of the world where people go to flee from the things that they left behind, because leaving behind things is what people do. People like some of you, perhaps. We want to go through. We want to introduce your characters. I'll kind of we'll head down. What do we opposite order before? Vixie, you want to start off with Pistol?
Pistol. Before I start, can I ask a question?
Certainly.
Are we in rural Montana? Or are we like in a city-esque version place
Kind
in
of one of the smaller towns in Montana. One of the smaller towns in Montana that are would be considered big to the really tiny towns and small to the bigger ones.
Okay, no problem. I think that uh Pistol is Pistol is very made up. It looks like this is a big city girl that kind of walked into a Hallmark movie and got sent to Montana for whatever reason. Because she's got the big hair, she's very glam, she's got her makeup done. But at the same time, her style isn't like she's not actually out there in like heels or anything. She's got bright colored sneakers, a bright jacket, and like a bright shirt. It's very her the way she composes herself is designed to call attention. And I think here in like one of the back rows of this place, you hear the revving of engines as there's like kind of a competition happening that may or may not have been organized by her. So and yeah, and she pulls up in her lavender Chevy, 1967 Chevy. Chevy Impala, actually. Sorry, I have to remember the car type because your girl knows nothing about cars, but Pistol does, don't worry. So um but yeah, and she pulls up with Rihanna's Shut Up and Drive blasting loudly from the car, which seems to have a really good sound system for a vintage vehicle. So yeah, and I think she's taken her place to race and get maybe get a win out of this tonight. So yeah, that's a little bit about Pistol.
Okay.
That's what she's up to right now.
And then how about we'll look up here, Kingston.
My character's name is Kingston Rook. He is a quintessential James Bond type. He's a British super spy who prefers to save lives by telling lies. He's a charlatan. He's a cheat. He is, I would say, like a scumbag that presents as someone who's much my kid a scumbag who would like you to believe he's not, and he certainly doesn't have a heart of gold. So that's gray suit. Oh, he's got a nice thick mustache, and he's built like a freight train. It's pretty big.
All right. John Sticky Keys Perez.
All right, yes. John Perez, he's a kind of probably 19-year-old, just barely in college kid. Good with computers, been living his life, but then one day while walking home with a friend in the big city where he used to go to college, some people pulled up in a van, grabbed his friend, and disappeared. No one believes him. Tried to go to the cops, he doesn't have any evidence, no story. So he started to use his hacking powers for good to try and find this friend, delving into corporate secrets and whatnot. And for some reason, he's been, still living off his parents' money, not going to class, but just trying to stick it to the man with whatever he can with a laptop and a dream. And somehow his clues have led him here to Wisconsin. For some reason, his mark is here. He's got an IP address, but that's about all he's got as he kind of walks the streets of this medium-sized town. And probably is attracted to the sound of roaring engines, so he straightens his tie, fixes his backwards cap, and heads to find out what this commotion's all about.
All right, and Wheatus.
So there sounds like there's a race being organized. Probably not through official channels. It's just sort of happening here. Otis is not really part of that, though he is in a car. Otis is about 65 years old, driving a Toyota Corolla from one point to another because there's not really a taxi service here in this part of town, but Uber works. So this 2005 Toyota Corolla is going from point A to point B, which is probably going to cut right through the town to get there, as he's got AM radio turned on and he's listening to updates for the Colorado Rockies playing today. They're losing. It's not great.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So to start off with some of these, for names here for Kingston, as a spy. Do you work for our government? Do you work for another's?
I work for an organization that I called the Company. It's a nice, perfectly ambiguous. I think that it's a joint venture between major powers, but I don't think that they're all necessarily nationally aligned.
Okay.
Probably some companies, the secret cabal of unsavory sorts.
All right, and here in Montana, there's been a number of people talking about the fact that in throughout the company that there has been a loss of communication that has taken place in this town. It used to be connected pretty well to everything else. Let's get this name real quick. There used to be there was at one point like a large number of like military vehicles and such bought by the police department that flagged a bunch of things, and then things went kind of quiet. You've sort of been set to check because there has been a whistleblower who said that they had some information, but they were afraid to get it out. One of the things you've been done is to try to find out what's happened here. And you were supposed to meet them kind of at the local mall, place where a lot of people come through. So in those ones. And Sticky Keys.
Yes, sir.
Are you from this town?
I don't think so. I think he's from NYC. He's traveled a long way on his parents' money to track down this clue.
Okay. And remind me the clue you're tracking down. Do you remember with your
It's
friend that got kidnapped?
yes, exactly. Yeah,
Okay.
he just found some suits, kind of left it ambiguous, but whatever their organization is has pinged here
Okay.
somehow.
Yeah. Had your friend been involved in any kind of like political movements, and especially
Oh yeah,
anyone
I'd say
that are kind of
so.
a little bit more underground? Last you know that he had gone into the small town. We'll say for some reason the name Bozeman, Montana sounds familiar. Is that something we know from a specific place? Am I picking that name from thin air, or is that something I'm remembering?
Not something I remember, so yeah, it
Okay.
could be, but nothing off the top of my head. Nothing famous.
So, the small town of Bozeman, Montana, is the last time that you had heard anything from him, and things had gone kind of a bit dark at that point. With Danica, or with Pistol, yeah, Danica's correct.
Yeah.
So, do you go race all over, the country?
Danica races wherever she can get. Like Danica's a drag racer, so she
Mhm.
is racing under the table wherever she can. I've kind of got it in my head that she probably got sent to Montana after getting in trouble one too many times for that, doing that.
Okay.
And well, you just can't kick the habit, I guess.
All right, sort of kind of getting out of trying to get out of the way because nobody here is going to know you, and plus there's going to be some people that
Mhm.
probably have some nice souped up things because they've got they've got plenty of old cars, they've got like some room to build on some stuff, and they've got lots of road that nobody's on at various
Yeah.
times. And plus roads in the street that aren't necessarily there's not a lot of stoplights. You
Yes.
get a good, nice long track going there.
Hmm.
And then finally, Wheatus, Uber driver.
Yeah.
Um, how often have you gotten involved in things kind of a little bit over your head?
Oh, I mean, occasionally I have. I was in the Gulf War, so I'm no stranger to getting into the thick of it. But it's been decades since I had to get involved with that. Um, One time I stopped a guy from stealing somebody's bear claw from the cafe. That was pretty action packed for that day.
Nice. So, uh, when as you're kind of coming up by the mall, and so this here we've got everyone in this place going to start off kind of in like kind of towards the mall. Um, Danica, you just kind of pulled up. Uh, this is your first night in town.
I think Danica has been here for a bit.
Yeah.
Very similar to like uh the Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift movie. She kind of got sent here. She's probably living with a relative
Okay.
and and they were like, stay out of trouble. And she's like, cool, I'm not telling you that I'm gonna do troublesome things. That'll be me staying out of trouble.
All right.
So yeah.
So yeah,
So that's kind of her.
yeah. So the mall itself, there's not a lot of other places around here to go except for kind of the mall, and it's at least right now someplace to kind of be around people. There's things. Who knows what you're going to find? As you're pulling up, you're going to see something in a moment. The same thing Wheatus is going to see. As for sticky keys for John, last you heard from him, he said something about working at one of the kiosks in the mall. That he
Interesting.
was here looking into some stuff and helping some things. Um, so you're sort of in there as well. We'll say, Wheatus, you see the first thing. Uh, as you're sort of pulling up the mall, you see a man with with like a briefcase with him, and he is hauling ass as quickly as he can, just running. And that briefcase is just about kind of like clipping him in the head as he's running for the door of the J.C. Penney's. And behind him, you see two motorcycles just and then just like start hauling ass towards him as he just like bursts open that door and starts to like rush his way into the mall itself.
Oh, is there a sale?
And those motorcycles don't seem like they're stopping. They're heading straight towards those big glass windows that are maybe a little bigger than actual windows that you might have in a real world. Maybe some big enough that a stuntman could go right through them.
Well, considering that I am sitting in my Toyota Corolla waiting to pick up somebody, I'm going to watch this happen and probably freak out a little bit when they don't stop in front of the window, which I was certain they were going to do right up until the point where the tire went through the front window.
Both of them just head straight through. Like you can hear the screams happening as things are going. Both Sergio and Kingston, or sorry, John and Kingston, you are both kind of in like towards the middle of the mall when you hear like this smashing and such happen. We'll say Pistol, you are outside. Because you're outside, you see that kind of come through one end, and then you can see the motorcycles like zipping through J.C. Penney's towards like this much bigger portion of the mall that's in front of you in this like large glass enclosed center.
Not the pennies. There's barely any of them left. But yeah, I think if Pistol sees that, how modern are we? Because I know we were talking about eras, but we didn't really like. I wasn't quite sure if we were in the modern era, or if we were elsewhere.
I figure why don't we go with I think anachronisms and such will be good. We probably want to keep like a little more towards the 80s, 90s.
Okay.
Things were some
It's
of the,
rural Montana. It's always going to be a little bit anachronistic.
Stuck in the 90s.
yeah. What were you thinking?
Well, I was gonna say because my first instinct is to grab my cell phone and record it to post it. But I think if they were playing 90s, then cell phones weren't quite there yet. So it would very much be one of those like holy shit moments, like I'm actually witnessing this insanity happen. And I think Danica's like, well, Pistol is wondering what to do. Like, is she just like, is this really happening? Like, what is happening right now? She's trying to figure out what is going on and if she should involve herself or not.
All right, as you're kind of watching them head through, like the guy like jukes a few times, makes his way towards the middle, and Kingston, this is the target that you've seen. This is the contact that you are supposed to find, and for John, your friend had kind of a suitcase, like a briefcase that had like some punk stickers on it and such. And as you're looking at it, this is clearly the same. This is clearly the same friend.
Okay. Not the same guy though.
Yeah, but you're both like it's your friend, and then the person that Kingston is supposed to.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Or wait, sorry, you said not the same guy. Sorry.
Because same briefcase, different guy.
Yeah, you're saying you're looking for your friend. This is like that briefcase is his, but it is not is not your friend. As you see them like rushing through, and the two motorcyclists right now are like hauling ass after him.
I'm gonna drop the cheap handcrafted ornament I was looking to get my mom as an apology gift for running away to Montana and start booking it after the guy.
Okay. And Kingston.
I'm going to as all the commotion's breaking out. I'm sure people are running around now. It's starting to get a little wild inside the mall. Very calmly set my briefcase down and pop it open. I'm going to straighten I've got black leather gloves, and I'm going to push my very thick mustache back, and then pull out a silenced pistol. And I'm going to aim at the two. Question: have we met each other yet, or is this our meet cute?
This will be sort of the meet for folks.
Sounds
Okay,
very
meet
cute.
cute. Okay.
Oh, meet cute. Oh my God.
Yeah, our action hero meet cute. I'm gonna aim, and as I aim down the barrel, the camera, it looks like I'm aiming right at Sticky Fingers as he's running towards, and then the gun will move James Bond style over to the contact, and then I will fire at one of the tires of the motorcycles that are the one that's about to get closest to the guy.
Okay. So, for those, we'll also explain a little bit for people watching. Here is how it works. I get to roll no dice, which is one of the nice things as far as jamming goes in this. And in order to, like, if you're attacking someone, they have a defense, they have an attack, and what you do is you have to overcome that. So, give me just half a second because I had a absolute brain fart on one thing. just to double check.
Happens to the best of
Yes,
us.
you have. Yes, right. It is. My brain is a little more frazzled than I thought it'd be today. So yeah, you have to kind of overcome their defense on that. And the defense for these guys is just a basic. Anytime you roll, what you're trying to do is get matches. Like you'll notice the little success thing that's on our overlay shows like two like skulls. Doesn't matter what it is, just matters that it is the same sort of thing. And there are some rerolls. There's a push your luck mechanic also involved here. So as you go ahead and fire, they have a basic defense.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna roll my nerves shoot. I got 2 basics.
All right. So with 2 basics, what you want on that?
No point to reroll, I assume. Although I do get a free reroll because I'm a gunslinger.
You got a free reroll. You might as well take the free
Okay.
reroll.
Okay, because it doesn't negate the current one if it's worse.
Yeah, the free reroll won't take things away. It is the other
I
reroll
got
that
you.
does.
I got you. Well, there you go. So 1 basic and 1 critical.
All right. So with that 1 basic and 1 critical, what I am trying to remember, because this has been a little bit since I've run this, and I was going to look over some of this stuff today to double check it, but I had to get a new car today.
Someone shut out your tires too.
Yeah,
Right.
which was not more of the transmission. They just decided to kind of
Oh,
make that stop.
they got a critical success in a bad way.
Mm-hmm.
That's what. All right, so with the critical, which is 3, as you fire, as you said, you firing like at the tires of it.
Mm-hmm.
You see one of the guys that hits just kind of rips part of it, and then he goes sort of flipping over. There's people that like run and scream and like dive out of the way. For sticky keys like this, how close did this come to hitting you?
I imagine pretty close. He's not very fit, so I actually didn't catch up to the guy with the briefcase. So it's probably right next to this thing while it's sliding at him.
Yeah. All right. So what do you do?
Probably just yell and keep chasing briefcase guy.
Okay.
Like, oh God! Ah! Hey, you! Put the briefcase! Stop!
All right.
I'm a friend of Maury's. That's his briefcase.
Okay. So yeah, he's running right now. He's running away from those other people. Are you want to stop him? You trying to tackle him? You trying to just like pull him aside? What do you like as you're yelling? Because he's
Yeah,
still
I'll
being
probably
chased
try
by
to
the other
grab the briefcase. Like I said, imagine he's not close enough for a tackle,
guy. Okay.
given his nerdy physique. So
Yeah.
I just try to grab the briefcase.
All right. Go ahead and make a roll as he comes like whipping by. We'll get a critical on this to try to kind of get it smoothly out of his hands.
All right. Will this be a fight?
Um.
Would be.
Yeah, I think fight works.
Dexterity?
Fight works well enough
Fight.
here.
Let's see. It's a 2-6. It's a basic success.
Probably gives you an option for a reroll. Is that something that
Yes.
you want to take?
I'll try to re-roll that. Yeah, it's pretty important to get this briefcase, so he'll yank with all of his heart. Does not work though. So I lose the success. Okay.
Yeah, for a lot of these, if you end up not succeeding, if you don't get better than the roll that you had before, you end up losing one of them. So yeah, as he goes kind of like flying by you. You grab it for a moment as it gets ripped out of your hands before you manage to catch him. It makes him stumble for a moment, and then again behind him you've got the motorcycle going. One of the things that Pistol be in a good position for, because you've got like a large glassed-in area that is in front of you. You see that there was a man sort of in a trench coat, which is weird because it's fairly hot out right now. Kind of takes like a step out, and you see him pull what looks to be AK-47 out of his trench coat, and looks like he might be aiming it at some of the people that are in the mall, possibly the motorcycles, possibly these guys down here. And it looks like maybe the person that just maybe saved the guy from the motorcycle is in his sights or about to be soon.
I think Pistol is Pistol's like, oh shit. I told my aunt I'm not gonna get into trouble today, Delilah. What are we supposed to do? And then you just hear her engine like roar to life. Because she definitely she's tricked out her Chevy Impala, her little Chevy Impala. And it like because she's showy, she definitely has the thing that just guzzles gas and makes angry noises.
Mm.
So, um, and she pulls out of the parking lot, and drives straight at the guy with the AK-47.
All right, make
Have
your
fun fighting a car, dude. So-
I throw a car at him.
yeah, like
Yeah, I think that could be. Do you want that? That could be either like drive or stunt, whichever one you want to do there.
I think I'm gonna try for stunt. So I just click on it, right?
Mhm.
I clicked on it and I rolled, and I got a. Is that a critical? I think so. I got.
Oh, yeah. There you
Yeah.
Yep.
So a critical and a basic. So as you come smashing through in that way that your car is completely untouched from the things that should have been like metal maybe that as you go through that maybe would have scraped it up just seem to almost disintegrate in front of it as it and you want to describe what happens to the guy that you hit?
Well, Danica sticks her head out, and like loudly says, "Did I get him?" And then she backs up.
go.
She backs the car up, like on him just to make
On
sure.
him again.
Burn the hill.
So yeah, so he's just like
Jeez.
because it kind of bounced over and he's sort of like behind the wheels like did I kill oh.
And then she's like as she like backs the car all the way up and sees this like corpse there, she's like, "Oh, good, I got him." And then she starts turning the car around. She's like, "Everybody get out!" Like she's like she like sticks her head out and she's like, "You guys should get out. Somebody should call the cops. There's bad stuff happening here in case you haven't noticed." So and like starts driving out of the mall, just like you do in your lavender 67 Chevy Impala.
All right, and we'll say Wheatus.
I am in fact calling the cops because I just saw guns and motorcycles and cars. So I'm like crouched down in the driver's seat of my Corolla, just like on the phone with the sheriff, trying to tell him about just the ridiculous things that are going on at the J.C. Penney right now.
So we'll say
What a sentence.
have you run into any problems with the sheriff before or with the police in this area?
I got parking tickets.
Okay. Yeah, as you call the sheriff, there's this moment someone picks up and she's like, "Sheriff's office."
Hey, I'm down at the J.C. Penney, and there is a hell of a commotion going on down here. I don't know if I don't know if they're supposed to be shooting a movie or something, but we got motorcycles crashing through the glass, and there's I saw a guy with a gun get hit with a car. It's pretty wild over here. I think you probably need to send some folks over.
And you just hear this moment where like covering things. There's apparently some sort of a problem at the JC Pet. And then you kind of hear kind of softly is like, "Tell them it was not a problem they need to worry about. It's all in hands." Because,
Uh-oh.
yeah, apparently it's all in hand. We have people on the way now.
Oh, okay, good. Hey, did you guys get a new deputy like in the station or something?
Oh, a new deputy? And then there's just a moment here, just someone picks it and goes, "Hello, the new deputy, Smith."
Hey there, Deputy Smith. I'm sure glad you're sending people out this way because it is wild over here right now.
It's okay. I am from New Jersey. I'm used to this.
Oh, well, hopefully you'll be the one down here. I just saw a lady hit a guy with a car, like on purpose.
Wait, which? Did you see the person who was hit with the car?
No, he was under the car.
All right, we're sending people now.
Okie dokie. And I'll hang up the phone and I'm going to call out the window. It's like, "It's okay. I called the cops."
All right. So inside, we have got Kingston and John. You are both there. There's still the motorcycle. Just the motorcycle kind of just like goes across, and because it's seen the stuff with Rook, the soonest, it starts to like barrel down on you. Now, it's got a 2 basics or what it needs to dodge its attack or to do something against its attack.
Perfect. I am going to just use my cool. I'm not going to move. I'm just gonna like plant myself. I pull out a kerchief. I'm wearing like it's a, classic like English like double. It's with 90s, so it's double breasted, and I pull out a kerchief and I'm just gonna polish my gun and kind of like cock my head towards him, give him a half smile, and I'm gonna roll my cool.
Is there a way to help in this game? I forgot because I would love to help, but like in
Uh,
a way that makes it look cool or
I
not.
think you can do like you can take actions as a group, but I don't think that there's a like a help and
Oh, okay.
give your reaction to help. I could be wrong.
Something.
there's other places you definitely can. I think here. Let me see if I made a note for assist.
I needed 2 basics. You said.
Yep.
Okay.
Usually, if you're granting help, it's like if you have a feat or an item that grants
Yeah.
help to
allows you
somebody.
to
then it does that.
That's what it is. That's
Yeah,
what
probably
it
give
is.
like the
This
extra
game is
die.
is like very feet based, so I have to
Yeah.
remember that.
It looks like I need a reroll the whole thing. I don't think I get a free reroll here for anything. I don't think that.
Well, the reroll should just reroll the dice that didn't succeed. So
Okay. Did it do it?
I did not see a reroll happen. Um,
It offered me.
I don't see one either. No.
It's giving me. Now it's asking me if I want to go all in.
Oh, because maybe you may have failed on there, and so got rid of it. So hit the all in and see what happens. Because if you fail, it'll get rid of your previous one. So if you hit all in, what it will do is it'll re-roll all of them.
It's just giving me this little. I hit the button and then it's going up again. I was using that macro button at the bottom.
Yeah. Normally you should, because normally there's something that should pop up on the screen, but I have seen it disappear behind the person's thing before.
Oh, the character sheet. Okay,
yeah.
Let me shrink. I see now.
Yeah,
okay.
Because I think that macro might be able to force one.
Yeah.
But yeah. So there you go.
There we go.
Nope.
Wait, what is happening? That was a different.
You just reroll
stat.
something.
However, you rerolled 3 dice, which is what you would have rerolled.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
which means those 3 dice were a critical along with the basic.
Okay.
So that also gives you kind of like a quick free action on there because you got the extra. So what happens as you are just like you said, like polishing up the pistol?
Mm-hmm. You're asking me what happens? Yeah. So he's coming closer, and the camera's like on the henchman's back as it's dodging back and forth, and it's coming closer towards me. And then I look up and blow the little dust off, and I'm going to step backwards. Remember, I described myself as being kind of like I'm very muscular, very hyper masculine, and when I step aside, there is a concrete like water feature sconce that the guy just did not see, so he's just gonna run into that, throwing him off too. I'm trying to do like not like it's since it's the movies like as lethally non-lethal things as possible. So it's like I'm using the guns. I'm like he died, right? Like he flew off and he died, but not because.
Well, as he hits the ground, it kind of hits the thing, comes back up because it's not defeated as of yet. You just managed not to get hit by him. Motorcycle kind of stopped there, and then we'll say about the same time you see like 4 more motorcycles rushing in. Now these all count as still the same essential enemy, and as you're taking them down, like the mob will be a number of people until the final grit has been removed from them.
Nice.
So yeah, so as like there's other ones coming, and you see him just sort of stand up and like clearly like nursing an arm that appears to have had some problems. As you hear once again like the motorcycles coming like into the JC Penney through those doors.
Can can I make a roll because between more motorcycles showing up and that guy really not sounding like he's from New Jersey, I want to get a sense of like, do I know a bit of what's going on here, even if I have no idea what's going on here?
Yeah, go ahead.
Roll
Can I
Make-
do
knowledge
like
make
a
New
a-
focus?
Jersey.
Yeah, can I do a focus and roll, a focus and no roll?
Yeah, sure.
All right. I got nothing, but I do get a free reroll to learn about people's intentions.
Okay.
And I got a basic success for that.
All right. So what you're seeing is, as you're looking, you've been around for a while. Does your character have any military background?
Oh yeah, go for it.
Okay, yeah. So there's a moment when they show up. As they come, some of them are coming through. You're looking at like some of the weapons they have with them because you see like strapped to it. They're sort of AK-47, but there's also the formation that they're going in. Really seems to be like what you've seen, like the way the Russians used to go into formation. You didn't see them in motorcycles so much, but even on foot or sometimes with vehicles, depending if you had a wide enough area. Like what you're seeing seems to be possibly more Russian than should maybe be this common in Montana.
So I still don't really get what's going on, but I do know that it's bad, and I can put together if the motorcycles are here showing up and doing bad stuff, then the people that are trying to fight the people on the motorcycles probably aren't the bad people. So I'm gonna do the best that I can here, which is I'm just gonna start hitting my car horn to hopefully get the attention of any of these guys in there to at least turn around and see that there's more people with motorcycles coming.
Yeah, so the rest of you hear the boom, 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 boom,
Right.
and then, as a few of them like they were like fairly close by, like hidden on a, like in some of the rows of cars, come smashing in, and the rest of you hear the horns going, and then you'll see you'll see on the back. There's one of them that's riding on the back of him. Actually, kind of leaps off the back as they come in, and has got an AK with him.
Okay. It I've now committed to this by taking any kind of an action. So well, uh as I always say, no time like the present, which is my catchphrase, and I'm going to do what that lady did, and I'm going to throw my Corolla into drive at that guy.
All right, I would let you choose drive or stunt, whichever one you want to use there.
I'm gonna go with drive. I'm a better driver.
Mhm.
All right, that's a critical success. I do get a free reroll
Ooh.
when it comes to things with driving, so I want to see if I can make that any better.
Mm-hmm.
I did. That's extreme.
All right, yeah. As you come like rushing through, the guy that you hit. How bad is it for him?
I imagine he hasn't quite gotten off the motorcycle. He was just about to when the bumper of this '95 Corolla collides with him, which sends it into the guy in front of him that's on the motorcycle, which sends all three of them just scattering forward.
Mhm.
It's just sort of a domino effect at this point. I'm behind the wheel, just kind of like, ooh. I was trying to just help out, and here I just sent people flying.
Yeah, as that guy, I was like, he actually went flying up to hit one of the guy on the motorcycle, which knocks him off. Yeah, we are back inside, so we've got either Pistol or John.
think
I do have an idea, actually.
Oh,
go ahead.
So as this is happening, I see, very untrustworthy people, all kinds of army suits, whatever. But one thing I can trust is independent contractor. As I see this Uber driver barrel into here, he's not part of the system. So I'll look at the briefcase guy who I failed to tackle. I was kind of looking like, listen, man, I don't know what's going on. That briefcase belonged to a friend, but we're both in danger. Guys are chasing you. They're shooting. It's getting crazy in here. Let's just get in that Uber and get out of here, all right? I'm sure just toss some money at him. He'll take us somewhere out of here. Come on.
what's the name?
Talk.
What's the name of your friend?
Maury.
Yeah, and the person looks at you and goes, "You knew Maury?"
Yeah, he was a good friend of mine. We protested together. I gave him that sticker right there.
He kind of looks and goes, You got to know about your friend. Yeah, let's go. And they start rushing towards. Yeah, you're seeing some fares rush towards you, Vetus.
Okay. Uber, over here. Get us out of here, man.
And Pistol.
Pistol pulls up like in a full like with the squealiest tires ever, like right next to Kingston, and like rolls down her window and like sticks her head up and looks at him and says, "You want to ride?"
I'm just lean forward, very nonchalant, into the window, say, "I thought you never ask." And I'll unlock the car and open myself. Open the door and allow myself out.
She goes, "You're a real charmer, aren't you?" And like moves. She drives stick like any real drag racer would. So shifts the car into gear and puts the pedal to the metal to drive out the giant hole in this poor JCPenney's. This poor JCPenney's manager is gonna have a very bad day tomorrow.
Sort of heading up and out. And these guys let the guys in your car?
Yeah, I mean, these were the guys that I just ran over a guy to help, so I'm just gonna hit the unlock on the door and they get in. And I imagine like right there's in the middle of telling me to get out, I see the bumper of this purple car just reversing, so I just in the middle of it just reverse as well to not get hit by it.
This is fine, we're fine.
Right.
Oh, do we,
Yeah, just take this.
Is it one of those things where you kind of come out right so that the two of you manage?
That would be
Probably.
perfect, actually. I think like as we like become parallel to each other, Pistol like also rolls down her window, like because at this point I assume you're on the driver's side, like or, I'm gonna make that assumption, and she says, "Hey, you with the horn."
Yeah. So roll down the window.
I think they might be after us now because we're involved. What's the word they use in law? Accessory to a crime. That's what they use.
We should not be here then, right?
No, but do you know how to caravan? You know, the whole switching lanes things?
Yeah, yeah, go for it.
All right, great. How fast can your Corolla go?
Oh, I hadn't really tried it. Probably goes about like I don't know, 80, but I think it caps about 100, so it gets a little shaky when I hit 100. I've only done that once.
Okay, so you're going a little slow. You're gonna go a little slow, and we don't have a lot of time. So go first.
Okay.
I'm gonna let you go first, and I'll catch up to you. Let me run distractions so that maybe, you have a chance in hell of getting out of here. Because they don't look too friendly, you know?
I'll
And
look
this guy's
back
got
behind.
a gun, so that's fun. And she jerked her thumb to Ben, who's in the passenger seat.
I've just been shooting at motorcycle guys while you two have been talking this whole time.
I sure
Brilliant.
hope so.
If we could go, that would be fantastic.
Okie dokie, and I'll just start driving, and I'll look in my rear view at Sticky Keys and go, where exactly are we going?
I'm new here. You know a safe place, like a diner or something we can go?
We didn't discuss that. No.
Oh, sure, I'll figure it out. She's following me anyway, and I'm just going to start driving.
I'll pay extra to go fast, above 100 if you can.
All right, we'll say as you head out from the mall this way, as the camera kind of like pulls back, you see like several like armored cars, like SWAT cars, kind of stop, and there's people. There's just like a bunch of like way too big for Bozeman, Montana, like way too consistently large and jacked for their SWAT team. Sort of get out and start making their way towards the mall, and then is it at a Denny's we catch the four of you?
It's a good suggestion in chat there.
That sounds pretty good.
Local
Yeah,
Denny's.
I'm down for Denny's is gonna be open. Why
Nerdy,
not?
I didn't even see that. we are.
He's all connected mentally in thought.
yeah.
Yeah.
You see, the Denny's adds an extra layer of security for us inside of the Denny's.
Yep.
Not as good as a Waffle House.
True.
Yeah, really.
No Waffle House is
We're
in.
fine.
No
Yeah,
Waffle House is
Montana,
in.
The player is in Waffle House territory. The characters are in Denny's territory.
Yeah, exactly.
That'd be easy mode. The Waffle House staff would fight for us and win the battle at that point.
Yes.
But yeah, I suppose I'll pull into the Denny's. I'm gonna just pull my car around to the back of the Denny's and just stop and just go. So I just kind of made an assumption that you guys know the lady that said that we should caravan and drive here. She seemed like she wasn't trying to shoot at you guys, or neither is the guy in there. So, am I on the right page so far, or
I don't know any of these guys. Briefcase guy, do you know these people?
I know all of you quite well.
Uh,
Who are
are we
you?
in the diner or did you guys just pull up? Like, are you getting out of the car? Sorry, I just wanted to clarify before.
I'm getting out of the car?
Yeah, I had to get in the car.
Because I definitely think like Janet, like Pistol would have squealed up like right next to you, like way faster than probably should have been when they left far afterwards. So
Mm.
but yeah. So she's getting out of the car as this conversation's happening. And I guess it is saying, yeah, I would have gone to the Waffle House, but it seems like that's the first place they'd go. And I don't feel like scaring everyone because the Waffle House shuts down, you know?
Oh, you got to head back towards Minnesota to get to the Waffle House anyway. That's way too far.
You guys got a Waffle House? I've never been to one of those.
It's over near the border.
Oh, we don't have those in New York. But anyways, what do you mean you know all of us? You some kind of like spy or something?
No, of course not. Now it's just the place that has the bangers with the melted. Oh, I love American food. Let's go inside. I'm just gonna. We walk in. I lead the way in through the staff entrance because we're on the back side. And as people come up, if they start going up, my accent will switch to something more local, and I'll start rattling off how we're health inspectors and how we need them to clear out the kitchen so we can do our inspections. I'll pull out.
The moment you say health inspector, the panic. No, click, get him. No, wait. I swear to God, it's sort of looking at it as like you're all kind of coming in, like a bunch that's fairly, it's a little rough too. Yeah, you mentioned you need the kitchen. There's just this moment where you see a lot of like cooks and such whose eyes are sort of wide, a little nervous. There's a rat in the corner also going.
He works there. He's
and
I'm
then
just following up the rear of this is like, oh, hey Tom.
Hey, listen, and they all kind of like, go out there, and then you just hear like one of the like wait staff out there going, "Why'd you guys in the kitchen? Health inspector." They go, "Oh God, let me get the bills real quick."
Once they're out of the kitchen, I'm gonna close and lock the back door, and I'm gonna turn on very subtly. I'm like walking by, and I'm going to just turn on the gas on a handful of the stoves, just a little leak in case we have some company pop up later, so I can make a kitchen explode if I need to.
I think he's spoken the staff a little bit. They seem a little, I don't know, stressed.
My God, he's turning on the gas in this place. Are you trying to blow up Denny's?
Over on the left, there's just a rat with a cigarette going.
Hey,
please don't. I eat here every Sunday.
What's the contact's name?
Yeah, Toru Furuhashi. Yeah, it's kind
of. And I was looking for him, correct? So I would know who he is. Yeah,
you see the dossier. He's not entirely sure who you are, but with everything that's happened, he could be pretty certain now.
So I bet what happens is that we turn around and Sticky Keys, and I both say, "All right, hand over the briefcase," kind of simultaneously as we're like,
yeah, he's kind of goes. My name's Toru Furuhashi. I'm a reporter here in this town. Things got bad. Your friend Maury was involved with some. Well, he came here to sort of help the farmers out. There's been some things happening with the sheriff's department. I mean, I don't know how to tell you this, but not everyone in the sheriff's department is from around here, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, one of them's from New Jersey.
Oh my gosh, New Jersey.
They certainly eat their vegetables.
He kind of sounded like he's from New Jersey by way of Moscow. So, he could still be from New Jersey. I know they got a strong population on the coast.
From what we can tell, Russia's special forces.
their driving quality was definitely New Jersey.
Yeah, I've
Wait,
been.
wait.
Sorry, go.
The more you make it out, what happened?
Maury got taken by some of the men, by some of the sheriff's men. We started talking. They burst in. I managed to get out in the briefcase. If you look into it, like there's like a first of all there's like a 1990s hard drive in there, like a big chunky one, as well as a whole bunch of photos, some copies of some papers and such that are in there. And goes, the local police department, they took a lot of militarized equipment from the U.S. Army, but when I started tracing it back, there's a lot of weird money and such that was happening. Like the sheriff suddenly bought a house there's no way he could afford. When I looked through the records, and his wife helped me find that he's got some ties overseas to some people who I think they're maybe trying to plan an overthrow of the government.
Of the local government.
I think they're going to start local, but
Okay.
the plans I've heard, they're hoping to turn the entire country red.
A classic Red Dawn.
Oh, Maury. I'm gonna
Hold
grab
on
the
a
hard.
minute. Hold on a minute. That's a lot for one regular person like me to take in. And she waves and says, "Excuse me, I'm so sorry to bother you. Can we get some coffee? Do you guys drink coffee?
Lots of sugar.
One
It's called-
coffee with all the sugar you got. I will take my coffee with cream. Do you want some coffee? What's your name?"
Yeah, one
She's
of them
honest.
kind of like pokes his head in and goes, "Me, Bruno."
I'm talking to my table, but I'd love to hear your name too. I'm sorry. I
Oh.
don't mean to be rude. There's just a lot going on right now.
Yes, one of the
And if I
servers
don't
goes,
get a cup of coffee, I'm gonna lose it.
"Yeah." Since you're in the back room, one of the servers kind of poked his head back through the kitchen door. Goes, "You want? I can get you. Okay, up." And they just the door goes. And you just hear, "I guess I'm getting him coffee."
Just a whole pot. Thanks.
And then a little bit later, there like a moment later, comes in with just like a pot on the thing, and there's just like a giant stack of sugars, and you've got several cups kind of on the thing, and just kind of brings it in and sets it down and goes, "Is there anything else we can get you?
You don't have tea.
Iced tea?"
What's that? And
Tea you're looking for is probably in the Boston Harbor, hun.
It's well the
Oh,
iced tea is
damn.
just black tea, but we put ice in it.
Come, you see him like the door kind of swings. You see him go, and he grabs like a little soda gun and just putting something vaguely brownish in a glass. And walks back through and sort of like hands it to you.
I lose my composure for the first time. And I shoot this person and I killed him. No, my brow furrows and I look down and I say, I'm shutting this place down. Then I'm going to
Just like he just goes pale.
Yes.
Listen, I'm trying to work my way through college. I need this job. I really need this job.
Okay. Don't worry about this guy. He's really particular about his tea. He's still struggling with the whole Boston Harbor thing, even though it was centuries ago. It'll be fine. And she like takes out like this wad of cash from the drag race she just won and puts $100 bill in his hand and says, "Here, you're fine. Go pay for college or whatever. Thank you for the coffee."
It's the 1990s, so it will.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
He heads out of the kitchen that you're all in, and then you just hear him go, "He really, really doesn't like iced tea. I don't know what's happening."
I think at this point, Pistol says, "Listen, buddy," and look to Kingston, and it's like, "I'm all for your polished like suit and your whole thing about tea, but as much as you know about us, we know nothing about any of you about each other. So why don't we start with some names?" And then we'll get back to," she motions to the briefcase, "the super top secret stuff that I probably shouldn't be involved in, and yet I'm somehow here. My name's Danica Wilson. You can call me Pistol because I'm such a spitfire. You get it?" And she laughs at her own joke. And she's like, "And you are?" And opens the floor to like for everyone to at least give her some names because she doesn't know who the hell anyone is. So.
I'll step forward and I'll say, "My name is Rook, Kingston Rook, and I'm a tourist on vacation.
Shaken, not stirred. Got it.
Hot, not cold, would be the preference on tea, at least. And then I'll walk over to the hard drive to continue this little intro sequence where we're all introducing ourselves. And I'll pick the hard drive out of the box. It's this massive thing, and I'll go, absolutely state of the art. And I'll carry this humongous hard drive over, but nothing that you can't crack. And I'll put it down in front of you. So let's get cracking there, Sticky Keys.
Yeah, looks a little surprised as he pours the fourth sugar in the coffee. Uh, yeah, I'm Sticky Keys. That's what they call me on the streets. I'm kind of a hacker extraordinaire. I've been breaking into some of these companies. So of course you heard of me. Yeah. I'm just kind of awkwardly surprised that you know of him. Plug the hard drive into his laptop. Starts trying to get cracking.
You got mail.
And then we all turn to Otis, and I'll say, I'll be honest, I have no idea who you are.
Oh, I'm Otis. I drive I drive for Uber. I've been retired for a few years now.
Shouldn't you be? And I'll point to the door.
I mean, yeah, should be, but quite frankly, I hit a guy with my car, and I'm now, as the lady says, an accessory. So I imagine that if I go back out there, it's probably not going to be so great at the moment. I did call the police station to talk to our Russian New Jersey deputy. So
To be fair, a vehicular homicide is only an offense if you do it maliciously. This is self-defense. You are defending yourself. I see no crime here.
I think they still put you in jail for that sometimes.
Yeah, but if these guys control the sheriff's office, then they can put us in jail for whatever, it sounds like.
Yeah, so if it's all the same for you, I'm gonna finish my coffee while you guys do whatever the computer stuff that you guys want to do. I'm not part of this.
So Kingston's like, let me get this straight. Then you called the authorities who are being taken over, and I look back at our contact, and I say that have been taken over by the Soviets. You say
Yes.
And you reported numerous suspects.
I didn't. Well, I mean, I didn't really see you. I was reporting the guys that were shooting at you because they were with the guns and the motorcycles and stuff. And quite frankly, that was before I knew anything about all the Russian stuff at the time. But no, I mean, if anything, I didn't like. They're all at the J.C. Penney.
They're at Penny's. They can access the CCTV footage, the cameras. They can have all of our faces memorized.
Well, people were driving through plate glass windows and hitting people with cars and shooting like machine guns in a mall. That that stuff doesn't really happen here in Bozeman. That's not exactly a standard fare. It might be for over there in the United Kingdom and all, but we're kind of quiet over here normally.
Listen, your Corolla's pretty run of the mill. No one's gonna go suspecting a random Corolla of anything. But Delilah's a one of a kind, so that might make us easier to spot.
Yeah.
And everybody drives a lavender 67 Chevy Impala.
No, you kind of stand out here.
Do my spy sense go off thinking that we might be in danger if we're here too long? I mean, we did just drive away from that place and they had a lot of vehicles. Would they be out looking for us?
Yeah,
know our car.
Yeah, possibly. You mentioned you have one car that is fairly unique and easy to see if someone happened to catch it. And if they've got some of the militarized weapons that have been brought, also refresh your character sheets, or if you reopen them, they should look better now.
Yeah, they're all working now.
Well, look at that.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there you go.
So yeah, the it's one of those things where if they're searching for you, particularly if they have to get up into the sky or something, it may not be too long until they kind of track you down. Sticky Keys, you've been looking at the hard drive.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of information. I mean, you're kind of like going through fairly quick because you don't have a ton of time right now. But as you're looking through, there seems to be a good amount of information. A lot of things on some homes. There is a bunch of data on what look to be offshore accounts and a bunch of emails and other things that have been kind of copied and brought in from a variety of places, and a lot of them seem to originate in Russia.
Oh yeah, it's just like you said, Mr. Suit. They're getting all kinds of money funneling in from Russia. They're watching a bunch of people's houses for some reason. They are planning a full-on takeover, and they're already well underway. I could maybe try to funnel some of the money from the accounts, but I need a direct link to their email address. This is all copy-pasted stuff. I would have to get to like, the sheriff's computer or something, or in his home to try and get into that kind of stuff to maybe stop him. But
And
this drive,
Taro like
it's all
kind of
copy paste.
raises his hand and it's like, um, I have a key to the sheriff's house.
Oh, that'll work.
How'd a reporter get a key to the sheriff's house?
I've been sleeping with his wife.
Well, one way to do it.
And
Good show. Good show.
He found out. So they've got a couple
That-
reasons they're after me.
Look,
Oh,
the key
man.
to doing things like that is not to get caught. Not that I'm giving you any kind of advice. I would never do that. But
What?
that gets you what you need. Eh,
The plan wasn't to get caught. I didn't think he'd have his entire home like wired up for cameras.
the guy, look at what the guy set up. Okay. All right.
Well, the past is the past. What matters now is that we can get into his house and perhaps obtain a data disk, copy the files, as it were.
And you hear something from out front, like the all the people that are sort of out front. You hear one point like, I think the health inspectors are here, and someone's just goes, "Oh crap, is this gonna have to close?" And then for a moment you hear, "The hell is that? Look how big those guys are."
Oh shit.
Oh,
I didn't even get to finish my coffee. I'm only halfway done. She like slurps it.
Let's just take it to go. And I grab the whole carafe, and I'm going to walk through the door and hurl the carafe of hot coffee towards the group of men that are pushing the group of mercenaries are pushing their way into the crowd or into the building.
Mhm.
I want to draw them into the kitchen so that we can leave out the back door
Okay.
and then blow up the kitchen.
Yeah, as you open up, just kind of. There's just a moment. It's like again, the guys that are coming through, the shoulders essentially brush like the sides of the doors as they come through. This is like 1980s ridiculous, like way too big action dudes. As they're sort of making their way, and the people are some of the people have already left. You see some people running to their cars out there, and you got a couple like in the corner. You have like some of the scared looking staff as some of them come in and they're just going, yeah, das is. And they start to kind of rush your way.
we gotta go.
Get to the cause.
Oh, good. Oh, God.
Oh, well, all right, let's get go. Well, it's time to go. Let's go, Taru. Pick it up.
I'm gonna stand in the door frame. I want to bait them as close as possible. Maybe get a few punches in if I can, but ideally get them into the kitchen, and then I'll head out the back and I'll shoot the stove.
Okay, so you might be attacking one of them. What are the rest of you doing?
Grabbing Toru and running because
Yeah.
everybody else knows the plan except Toru.
Everybody's running, and I'm kind of in the middle of it, so I imagine that I just wind up outside.
You just get along by the current.
Right.
Yeah, as like all of you sort of head out the back, you can see kind of way up in the sky. There's a helicopter, kind of looking down, and Kingston, you got a couple of the guys rush forward, trying to get you while you got that door. Are
Awesome.
you trying to beat them?
I think I just want to fight them to basically stop them. How many of them are like 4 or 5?
Yeah, well, we'll say there's 2 of them that kind of come up close. The other ones are still
Okay.
kind of on their way in.
Yeah, so they're all coming in through the lobby, jumping over where they keep the muffins and stuff at the Denny's, pushing past all the tables, running through the turnstile, and I'm in where the little double doors are, and I just basically want to put myself there, and I'm going to fight them with the intent of like locking them up so the group can get a head start. I'll even shout, go on without me, because this is the type of game where you're like, you don't have to worry about making the plans. They just kind of pedal to the metal, dear. Whatever weird Americanism that doesn't sound right coming out of my my mouth. Yeah, so I'll just roll a fight. If that's
Yeah.
cool with you.
They come up as, we're going to take back what is ours.
We're gonna kick you back to the Czars.
Okay, that one's pretty
Nice.
good.
So much.
Yeah, there's a critical you need for to get through their defense here.
A critical.
Mhm.
Okay, then I will get my free reroll because this is a martial arts thing. Two basics, that bumps me up to a critical, right?
3 bumps you up to critical.
Oh,
Yeah. So generally, this like 3 will take you from 1 to the next, or you can also break those down the other way.
got you.
So
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
so they're actually they're these guys are trained as you hit, and as they start to come after you, they're coming pretty quick at you. So go ahead and for their defense, it's extreme as these two are actually working together.
Well, should I just go? Could I go all in? Yeah, since I didn't.
Oh yeah, you can do your all in. Sorry.
Since I didn't.
Sorry.
Fail.
Yep, forgot about that. Yep.
No, you're fine.
Oh, then
Okay.
all right. Yeah. So actually, and that one is you. Yeah, come and describe what it's like as for the
So yeah, so
them.
they're coming in there and they're getting me in the door, and it is kind of like I'm planted, but these two guys, they're humongous. Like I'm big, but they're strapped and tactical. They push me both through the door. They like lift me up and slam me into the stove where the camera pans back down to a little bit of heat coming off the Chekhov's gas as it is coming off, and I'm gonna be like pinned down there, and I'm gonna grab 2 pans, and I'm gonna bang, like hit them with the cast iron skillets, and toss them off, and then I'm gonna do a little caval punch reload for the people watching.
It's one of those things where it's like the head doesn't move as far as you think it would when you hit them, because again the neck is very strong and muscular.
Big guys, yeah.
But you like it is hit because you basically did a grid of damage to them because you got the critical on there, and he just goes, I know you're not American, but I'm going to enjoy this just as much. And just as they come at you, it's an extreme to defend against their attack.
Sure. I am going to let's see. I'm going to I'm just gonna I can use any stat I want to, right? I could use fight again if okay, yeah. Then I will do that. Too basic. Okay, one
So
critical.
You have to reroll the basic in order to get the.
Can I? Oh, I should have hit the. Should I have hit shift click that time then? To like
if
pick
you want
more dice.
If you want to hit shift click, we'll let you reroll the 2. We'll let you reroll your basic to try to go for either higher at a critical or I mean you've got to go for the extreme. So if you want to hit shift click, you can reroll those 2, or just roll 2, and we'll just assume it's those stars.
Okay.
Like the stars you're keeping, you'd be rerolling the 2 little.
Okay, I'll just roll drive because it's 2. No, that doesn't work either because I don't have a stat that's just 2.
We'll use the first 2. Whatever. Just roll something. We'll just deal with the first 2.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out how to roll without having a stat to click.
Yeah, I think. I mean, with the. Yeah, that I guess it doesn't do it that way. Yeah, just click on one of the stats. We'll just worry about the first 2 that pop up.
Okay, cool.
All right. Yeah. So in that case, you will end up. We'll remove some on here. Go ahead, take 2 grit.
Cool.
So
I go in with it. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
As they do manage to kind of get in, they're getting some of the punches in as you're trying to get away one. The other one just seems to be right there, able to kind of get some hits on you. Your plan right now is you staying here, or are you going to end up going with the rest of them? You want me to have them kick you out of the back door?
Yeah, you just have him pummel me out. Basically, if as long as I can try to position them so that they're inside,
Okay.
like.
Yep. Yeah. So as one goes, the rest of you, as you rush out, like you hear like some of the fight, and you hear ding ding, and like generally, if you hit someone in the head with cast iron, that's a good thing. That'll take care of them. I'm sure it'll work. As you rush out, you see there's a helicopter in the distance that seems to be kind of like hovering there. It is a little bit of a ways away. What are the three of you doing, and then plus with Taru, the four of you doing out back?
I
Actually
think we
want
should
to-
take my car. It's faster than the Toyota Corolla. You're gonna blow out your engine, and it's gonna cost you more money than it's worth.
Can your car fit like 5 people in it? Do we want to like put everybody into one car? Also, why am I still coming with you guys?
It's a
You're an accessory, man. It's a helicopter.
Yeah, it's
Get in there.
seven Chevy Impala. I mean, we can try.
You know too much now.
I actually want
Well,
to.
if you leave,
I can.
I'll have to kill you.
Yes.
Look, I'm a pretty decent driver. I drive every day. I can handle the car. It's fine.
Except I'm driving. It's my baby. You can't.
No, I'm gonna drive my car because I can handle the driving, and I still have payments on the
I'm
car.
worried that your Corolla can't keep up.
Dude, they have an attack helicopter up there. They're going to blow up your car if you lag behind.
Well, they're gonna aim for the bright purple one.
Thank
Oh,
you.
yeah.
If
I'm taking
you're
a Corolla.
good, I feel
I'm
reassured.
going to get in a Corolla. I'm already in the backseat of the Corolla now. I've got a point.
Well, in all fairness, I was gonna offer like to cover your car with tarps and stuff to hide it before the Russians showed up again. And I imagine this one kicks and just comes flying through the door.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, see, if I had time, I would just soup out your Corolla because I could swap engines, but we don't have enough time for that shit.
We'll do it at the sheriff's office then, or sheriff's house.
We going to the sheriff's house? You have a garage?
That's where he said the stuff is, right? With the key.
All right.
Yeah, we got to get in
Well,
there.
if it's not expecting us, then let's go there.
And then Kingston comes flying out the door.
Yeah.
Yep.
Probably
You all right
good.
there? You all right there, Suit?
If I'm come flying out the back door at that point, I'll have pistol in hand, and I'm gonna fire at the because at this point the rest of those dudes should have filtered all the way in to the kitchen. So I'm gonna shoot right at the stove and try to spark the.
Yeah, go ahead and make a roll. It can be your shoot if there's another one you think that fits with it. See how much it catches in them. And I'm assuming the rest of you are piling into the cars.
Yeah, we're getting the cars.
Who's going with who?
Pistol's gonna take her car because I think, correct me if I misunderstood, the current plan is to swap engines at the sheriff's house.
That's
Yeah.
what it sounded like you wanted to do.
Okay.
I've not agreed to it yet, but it's probably what's going to happen if we're gonna take
Well, it's
the
our
We're gonna
objective
take the
either way.
Corolla. The Corolla's got to go faster than 100, man.
right.
Wait,
I rolled an extreme success.
It's one of those things where as it hits, there's just this moment. One of the guys came in a little bit late. Is actually the other ones are kind of going for it. He kind of smiled, laughed, had pulled out a cigar, and was just leaning down to the lighter to possibly turn it on when you fire. So like the last you see is just like him with the cigar is just as it bursts through. Like it's one of those things where like you see the windows just go out through there, and you see the other you see the other employees like ducking down as they're running away from the building, like probably too close to safely be in the same shot. And this is the 90s where we don't have the CGI quite as good, and I gotta say they don't look like they're on a green screen in the 90s. Like these people look a little too close to it.
Yeah. And it's a way bigger explosion than it should be. I mean,
Yeah.
gas explosions are no joke, but this has definitely has like the stick of like a pyro crew worked, an effects crew worked on it.
Remember, kids,
Wonderful.
explosives are no joke. Gas fires neither.
Otis, hear me out. I have an idea.
What's that?
Before we all, because we got to run. Meet us we'll take 2 different routes to the sheriff's house.
That was the plan. Yeah.
I know where it is. We'll be the distraction. They're gonna go after the big lavender car anyway, right? So
Probably, yeah. Journalist guy, you know where it is. Do you want to help them get to where it is?
Yeah, you know the town, right?
the address, I'll get us there.
Okay. Yeah, and so I'm just gonna like open up like a small little like book, and like flip through until I find the sheriff's name with the address. It's my little address book.
Yeah.
Don't worry,
Awesome.
Toru. I'm sure you'll live through this and you won't get a bullet through the head.
Yeah.
Just comfort yourself with that thought.
But yeah, director, as mentioned in character, Otis's plan was not to drive very, very fast. Otis's plan was he knows this town better than these folks or the Russians that are here, so I'm going to take back roads the whole way there.
All right. Who's
Ah,
going with
clever.
Pistol and who's going with Otis?
I'm with Otis.
Yeah, Sticky Keys is already in the backseat of Otis's
Yes.
Corolla.
I assume Toru's going with you, Sticky Keys and Otis.
If I gave you the address, then sure.
The reporter.
Toru, yeah.
Yeah. I will get into as I walk up, I'm gonna take my jacket off. It's slightly ruffled, and I'm gonna fold it over, and I'm gonna slide into the seat, slide into the window of the passenger seat, kind of sitting with my legs in. Did they have any weapons on them, Michael? Any of those guys that blew
The
off?
one you saw pistols. They didn't have any of the bigger things.
Like
right now.
AKs or anything? Okay, cool.
Bodies were their weapons.
Yeah. I love that John Mayer song.
Just for clarification, whose passenger window are you
Yeah,
sliding
Yeah, that's
into?
what I wanted
Yeah,
to know
I was
also.
gonna say,
Which car?
Into pistols.
Okay.
Okay, awesome.
Awesome.
One is going to look much cooler than the other, so I just wanted to make sure.
Well, if three of you are piling into that car, I figure we're going to use you as the bait
Yeah,
for
for
this,
lavender
and then we
car
can.
with the person that like has potentially shot the Russians. Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
Versus like the asset and all of the everybody
Yeah.
else.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm gonna once people are in the car and they're getting set up, I'm just going to U-turn in the parking lot and I'm going to back roads to the sheriff's house.
Yeah, so as you go to the back roads to the sheriff's house, so what we're going to be able to do here is do the chase mechanic here because one, there's a motorcycle. There'll be because pistols seems a lot faster, so it's going to kind of come after you as you're sort of hauling ass that way. But there were still some people in the van, the drivers, for the SWAT team, and they're coming after Otis and the rest. Now,
No.
what speed do each of you have with your car?
0, because I start from parked.
Same. Like, yeah, I'm starting from parked.
Well, I said that, like as you're going, it's like you're starting to go, and then they're coming because they have to see you kind of go before they come after you. So we can just go with what's the base speed for your car?
0.
And I think pistol.
The car, he's asking specifically for like the car's
It's a
speed
standard.
Oh,
rating.
I
You are
don't know
at
because
top speed.
when I
I
make my
speed of
character
what?
sheet, it says I get a car that's a car with a base speed of 0.
Yeah.
My base speed is one.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think
That's
pistol-
why I picked a Toyota Corolla.
That's so funny. Okay.
you know
My base speed is
Toyota.
one. So,
You
yeah.
maybe don't want us to advertise for you. However, Doctors
Aw,
Without Borders could
My
use your
first
help.
car was a Corolla. No.
However, Doctors Without Borders can use your help. So if you want to go into hit exclamation
there you
point
go, yeah.
charity, you'll get a link, and I think it just popped up anyway.
Yes.
All right, so
it
what's
did.
going to happen is you've each got a need, and the need for pistol is going to be a 10, and the need for Otis is going to be an 8 because you've got the car coming after you. Pistol, you have got the helicopter is the one that where it's kind of coming down and a bit closer as you're going. Now, the great thing about the chase rules in here is everybody gets to help.
Yes.
Because what you're doing is as you're building up speed, because like you're trying to get like towards that 10, and as each turn goes on, the person in back going go faster, go faster, go faster, shut up, I'm going, can actually make a roll that does help your speed, which I think is hilarious and also gives everybody like a reason to do something on here. So with this one, basically when you make your rolls here, we'll say what everybody's doing. A critical success increases the speed by 1, extreme by 2, impossible by 3. If you get a jackpot, you outright win. However, if you do not get a critical success at least, you have reduced it by 1.
Okay.
And then I said there's an opportunity. There's like there'll be like some reaction rolls and stuff as you're kind of being like knocked about and things, and that can actually make you lose speed. And the driver, they end up failing on the reaction, can lose armor. So one of the things that happens here is if the armor and such gets too low, that can be a way to end up losing.
Okay.
And let me just double check. Do we have armor for your vehicles down?
I don't think so.
Just double check. I think in the gear.
Oh, we get spotlights in this, right?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Okie dokie.
That'll be
Just
the time.
gonna tuck that away in my back pocket. Thanks.
Oh, and I forgot about this. Kingston, let's go ahead and give you an adrenaline for blowing up the thing.
Nice, thank you.
Yay!
And all right, so why don't we have the driver go last for each of them because they're the ones who are a little better at it. So let's start with John. What are you doing as things are going? You've got the behind you a little ways behind you. You see it, the SWAT car kind of come into the rear view. They're making your way there. How are you helping to make basically make this go faster, help get away? What is you doing?
So looking around, like looking for my bag with pulling out my notebook, pen, nothing useful. Then turn to Otis. Oh, it's Mr. Demo. Mr. Demo, you got one of those mobile phones, right? Did you call the sheriff?
I got one of those Nokias. Yeah.
Oh, let me see it. I got an idea.
Okie dokie, and just hand it back to him.
All right. What's the sheriff's number again?
You mean apart from 911?
Oh yeah, duh. Okay, 911.
Oh, it's the 3 on your shields. So like the red is the damage, the 3 is the armor.
Okay, got it.
All right, so I'm gonna call the sheriff's office and see if I can finesse something here.
It'll be the red, unless you have an armored vehicle, you won't have the armor stuff. But yeah, when you take 3 damage, that's. So Sergey, you said you call the sheriff's?
Yeah.
Sheriff's office. How can I help you?
I'm gonna try to. Okay. Hello. I am Asset 352. They are chasing a Toyota Corolla. Do not engage. Do not engage. Sensitive person on that car. Do not engage.
Asset 352. Vincent. Is it Vincent?
Yes, totally, Vincent. We
go ahead, make your roll. Let's see how well that.
See if speech.
Oh my God, amazing.
Yeah, that sounds like a smooth in speech to me.
Yeah, smooth in speech.
Hey.
Oh, there we go.
Woo!
Is that a extreme success? All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take that without any rerolls.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, Vincent. Totally, Vincent.
That extreme is gonna add 2. You need at least a critical. And for Kingston, what are you doing as the helicopter is coming? And it's coming close down over the road.
Oh, cool! It's getting close.
Yeah, it's working its way towards you.
All right, I'm gonna pistol. You're taking off through the streets, and I am still taking things off of myself. Taking off my tie pin, my tie clip, my kerchief. I'm folding it all over, and I'm putting it in your glove box. And I'm straightening my gloves. I'm going to hand you my pistol.
Okay.
And I'm going to say, keep it smooth. And I'm going to slide out back through the window because I was never in the car all the way as she's driving. And when it comes in for a leap, I'm going to stunt and try to jump onto the helicopter.
All right. Make your stunt roll. You cannot re-roll if you have no successes.
Yeah, I had no successes. What a fun time to completely fail a roll.
At least I got a show.
So
Yeah.
Can I do a spotlight retroactively? Can I spend my spotlight right now? Or does it have to happen before the thing happens?
No, I think with the just double check the spotlights again.
Because it gives you
It
can just give you a success.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just seize control of the narrative for a moment.
Yep.
Well, if you lose the death roulette, people can use hers to save you, hopefully.
Yes. Well, that's what I was gonna that was my plan.
Yeah.
Yeah, that way you get extreme success without rolling. On that one, I think with spotlights. The before after, because I also think it's very funny if you're hanging out the window for like.
Sure, yeah,
and
I do
possibly-
too. I do too.
I got you if that's the route you want to go.
Well, it's just I think the last time I played, we forgot to use spotlights at all. So
Oh, I would never let that happen. Nor will I. I will demand that you roll my coin.
yeah, there you go.
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
So yeah, I'm cool with using it now, just to jump up on the thing if that's
if you want to use it, you can.
Yeah.
Flip your coin.
Yeah, see if you keep it.
Yep.
I click the
that's where
Hey.
the coin came from.
All right.
nice.
So you know what? Well, we'll go from now on. Also, we'll say you do it before, because if you're able to just throw the thing in and then possibly get it back, it becomes a thing that
Makes sense.
Yeah, just because
Sure. Well, okay. Well, then let's just let it ride. Then I like I'm up there and I'm about to jump, and then right as I'm about to jump, there's just a little bit of a bump.
Mhm.
Like, you know what I mean? Like it's just and
About that.
and because we're in Bozeman, Montana, none of the roads are nice. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? It's not you're driving as smoothly as you possibly can.
Yeah.
So Michael, where do I end up?
Are you like partway out of the window?
I'm full team wolf. I was surfing on the back of it, and I'm leaping onto the helicopter.
Okay, so with the spotlight.
No spotlight. Since
Okay. I'll say like it ends up like
we'll fail forward.
Yeah, you kind of hit the skid, and then like kind of you're now looking directly into Pistol's eyes.
Yeah, I'm on the front of the car.
So Pistol, you've
So
got
like reflexively turns on the windshield wiper. It's not going to add anything. It'll just make it funny because he gets hit by the wiper.
and
now, does that affect our speed?
yes, it does take the speed down by 1.
Okay.
Let's go back to Otis. You now get your speed roll.
Okay. So I want to petition for this to use nerves and survival rather than any kind of a drive roll, because again, back roads, I am taking them, just like outside of town to go back into town, up I-90 into like the Bozeman campgrounds. My whole point is to lose them in the woods, on roads that they don't know how to follow.
There's a great
go off
camping
the
spot.
center.
You go like right between a couple of camps. You want them to go like flying.
Exactly, and I think this is probably a good time to spend an adrenaline just to add an extra die into there.
Good
All
idea.
right. Do it.
Shift click to +1 onto that.
We all start with 1 adrenaline. Is that correct, or is that?
Yep, we do, and I
Okay.
just spent it.
Yep.
Okay, so that is 3 basic successes, which ups into a critical, if I remember correctly.
That it does. That becomes a critical success.
Heck yeah.
So you increase it by another 1.
Another one.
Yeah. As you can see, this Corolla's just crazy Uber driver. Nothing to do with the plan. Abort.
Yeah, there's like campers as you go through that kind of campground and you're just coming through. There's some people that are barely making it, and then like as you look back, you see this van is great on city streets. It is less good off of them, where yours is actually
That's the plan.
doing much better. So you had critical success. So you increase it by 1, so you're at speed 3, which means you taking your need of 8 down to 5. And for Pistol, you said you've got a Kingston Rook on the front of your thing right now.
I would actually like to use my spotlight. So I'm gonna spend that, and she's gonna stick her head out the window and says, "Hey, cutie, can you roll to the right a little bit? I can't see anything, and I still gotta drive.
My right or your right?
Whichever way is not in front of my face. I like looking at you, but I gotta watch the road." And as soon as she has clear vision, she's like, "All right, it's time to turn up the heat." And like with a perfectly manicured, that's my catchphrase, by the way. And with a perfectly manicured nail in baby blue, of course, she pops a button on her shift and hits the NOS, and her car goes flying forward.
Hey, cool.
And I was like,
And then
"Oh yeah, heck on!" to Kingston.
All right, and then grab a spotlight
power
for the.
through. Yes, I'm gonna be using my spotlight. Let me roll my spotlight. Do I just click the thing? Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just click the vote.
Oh, I don't get to keep it. I don't. The skull means I don't get it. Don't
Yeah.
get. Yeah. That's fine. Hopefully, I don't have to use it again.
Yeah,
But yeah,
all right. So yeah,
she. Sorry, go ahead.
that gives you an automatic stream success.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, that I believe. There we go. Yeah, kicks that back up to 2, or kicks that up by 2, 2.
Yay!
Giving you an 8 there as you sort of haul ass as it's kind of coming through with that nos is going up ahead. And now your reaction rolls, and this will be for everybody. So as you're going through, like with Otis and John, as you're kind of hitting the side, like you're being bounced around because this is not the best place for you necessarily either. But behind you, they're having a bit more problems, and also for Kingston, you're trying to hold on to the thing, and there's some gunfire comes from the helicopter. So everyone ends up making a reaction roll here with the one that works, and basically you want to get at least a critical.
Okay. So we all roll. What do we roll?
In this case, it kind of depends on what it is you're doing. So it can be like in the car, you're getting bounced around for Otis and John and Sticky Keys, and then with a Pistol and Kingston, you're being fired at. So Pistol might be a driving thing. Kingston, I don't know if it's you just sort of desperately holding on.
I think I'm just going to do it into your holding on as a mini shot at.
I was thinking
So-
stunt.
Yep.
So I've got this feat. And right now, like there's an NPC in the car with us, but really it is me and one other person in the car. And I've got this feat called Get Down, which is getting myself and another hero out of the way of danger without needing to roll the dice. So can I just crank this car to the left to avoid it?
I will say
Yeah.
if you do it, he'll go flying out of the window. You'll lose the report.
Interesting. I will make the roll then because that is a hilarious but terrible outcome.
Oh gosh. Okay. So we're gonna roll.
Do it.
I got one basic, and I can do a free reroll when it comes to driving related things, and I am trying to evade
Nice.
this. It is now a critical success and a basic.
You are
Awesome.
good. And for everybody else,
Okay.
since we're in that one, John, what are you doing to
Can
basically
I-
not get thrown around too much?
Yeah. So if I'm okay because of his get down, can I try to like grab the informant to make sure he doesn't fly out the window?
I'm not using Get
didn't
Down
use that,
You
because,
didn't use get down. You just read the
because
regular
I
roll.
was
Okay.
told that is what was going to happen. So
Yeah, okay.
just
Yeah, because
I just got a critical and a
One
basic.
other hero out of the way. It'll leave
Yeah.
that poor
Yes.
dude.
Yeah, I got a critical and a basic. If I need to shunt my basic over to Sticky Keys on his roll, then I can do that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, that
I'm
is
just
another way
making
to
it a
help.
door. I'm gonna make it a door. I'm gonna hold on to that weird little handle at above the seat and just like try to, hold the phone in one hand and hold the other and just like try to stick it out. I got a basic. Do I need more?
You want at least
Yeah.
a critical here,
Okay,
which
need a critical.
if you can get at least one more basic, I can throw my other basic over to you.
Alright.
But you might be able to get a critical.
I'll go for a reroll. Let's see.
Hey,
Hey.
There we
Good.
go.
yeah, so you manage to sort of keep that.
Still
Go ahead,
holding the
because
phone. Yeah.
Because you got the extreme. How cool does it look? Because you did much better than you needed to. Grab an adrenaline on that, and like how either kick ass or what else do you do when this is all going bouncing all over the place.
Yeah, I imagine he has the phone like almost like the phone goes flying like it does like a flip, but then he manages to catch it. And then
Oh,
like
nice.
looks over at Toru and just feels like I meant to do that.
All right, and over in with Pistol and Kingston.
Ladies first.
Oh, thank you. I think as soon as like shots are being fired and stuff, Pistol starts weaving in addition to having to drive with the NOS. So this is going to be really fun for everybody, including myself. That is one basic. And
Mhm.
I have a skill that lets me
Free reroll.
gain a free reroll when driving. I have proven driver. So I'm gonna put my free reroll and use that. And yeah, two basic. So can I did you use your basic already for
No, I didn't, and I was actually about to ask. Like, we're not in the same car, but we're part of the same chase. Is this something that could be done?
I'll say in this case we got the two different chases, so fiction doesn't necessarily, and it just becomes like a grit of damage.
Okay.
As far as that goes, but I think you can still can you just use a
it?
free reroll, or am I forgetting?
You
get
you
it.
could all in.
Yeah, I have a free reroll. Now it's prompting me to go all in. So that's the decision I was trying.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Have to
Is there
make. So I
is there
think
higher
Well-
damage for
Mhm.
failing on the all in?
It's got to be something.
Yeah, if you get like nothing, that will end up doing a bit more damage on there.
I think it wipes
'cause
away a success if you fail all
If the
in.
driver fails, you basically take one damage. Like you lose one armor to the car, which
Okay.
can be a problem. So that might make the all in a little worth it, or because with the all, if you happen to roll, yeah, if you want to, because otherwise you'll lose 1 point of armor, reducing damage to the car.
Only once.
I mean, it sounds like either way, like either you keep it and that happens, or you go all in and 50-50 shot of that happening.
yeah. I think I want to go all in, but my little prompt went away. So
If you just want to roll anything, we'll just take the very first. We'll just deal with the first die we see, the first die that's on the left.
okay. That was I don't know. That was
Oh.
another bullet. So that means I get a 3, which means I do get a critical.
Well, no,
right?
because
3,
we only because you're only rolling one die.
Right. Well, the first one on my left was the bullet, right? Or was I wrong? I don't.
Well, no, because we forgot about what happens if some of them actually get paired.
Okay.
But yeah, but the thing is you have that bullet does not match with the two up above.
I match the little devil guy. Or the
Yeah,
heart.
because you had two devils, two hearts, so you needed like
Okay.
one more of those.
You need one of those.
you need one more
Gotcha.
of those.
Okay.
Go ahead and take one armor as you get
My
you get a little bit of damage there.
So I think
Oh,
I feel
Delilah.
yeah. Delilah got owned. Boo.
Turn 2. How are y'all helping here? Let's go with the people helping, and then we'll go with the drivers.
But can I use the momentum of the car being destroyed to then do this? Now I'm going to do the spotlight. So it's the car gets hit, and you're like, "No, my baby!"
Yeah.
and I look up at the helicopter, and the hood of the car has now like come off where I was holding on to it, and I'm going to hit the release on the hood so it launches me up, and the piece will break off so it won't impede your viewing while you're driving, and I'm gonna have the momentum of it fling me towards the helicopter.
All right.
So I'll flip my and I get it back.
All right. Do you like hit this? Do you like land on the skid? Do you hit the skid? Are you like on the front of the helicopters?
Like I'm yeah, classic just Mission Impossible one just slammed against the very front of the helicopter.
from one
Just like-
windshield to another.
Yeah, from one windshield. to
Okay,
the other.
so because that gives you a extreme success, that's going to raise up your speed to 4. Pistol, and then John in the back. What are you doing?
I'm going to continue. Now I flip the phone. I'm going to try and pull leadership this time.
Mm-hmm.
Try and push Vincent's supposed authority. And continue to be like, repeat, this is Vincent. That is a random Uber driver you are sending a SWAT team after. You're compromising the mission. You're revealing us to everyone in this downed countryside. Stop. Hold back.
I was
Like
surprised
when-
the extreme didn't like convince them.
Right. I'm going to spend an adrenaline to pump up this leadership role. Let's see.
This Uber driver. This is an this is a taxi company called Uber Taxi. Is that
Yes.
the
Yes, this is
Okay,
the
yeah,
90s.
Uber
This is
Taxi.
actually
They're
Uber
ahead of their
Taxi.
time.
German owned? Yeah.
This is a film made in 2115. It's
Right.
just like it's all the same, right?
I missed. I had spent an whatchamacallit, an adrenaline, but I didn't get an extra dice. I don't think.
Oh, no.
How do I do it?
But if you just want to hit /roll 1d6, because we
Okay.
see the numbers there, so we can just
Yeah.
pair it with that.
That's true.
Let's see.
Oh, it'll actually roll
Come
the.
on.
Oh, there you
Oh
go.
yeah, so that
That's
would
a critical and a basic.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah,
Critical and basic.
so yeah, you hear this thing where you just hear so the critical will bring it by 1. So 3 to 4. Yeah, you just hear let the mover. What do we? I'm on the phone. I'm on the radio. Let's deal with that. But you can kind of hear in the background as it's being relayed. And let's go with our 2 drivers.
I'm keeping the same survival roll. I'm trying to lose them.
Through the woods now.
Yep. That's a critical and a basic.
Nice.
Nice.
All right, and for Pistol.
Pistol is very upset at the loss of the hood of her car. And she's like, I'm fucking charging all of these motherfuckers for fucking up my car. And she like continues to, she's trying to maintain speed and trying to like kind of bob and weave out of the way to like be a harder target to hit for when they're being fired at.
All right.
So and I can roll whatever, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna roll drive for this actually, because there's a thing for that. Okay, that's 3 basics.
That's a
There you
critical.
go.
Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So-
Yes. So you start to bob and weave. So what happens here,
Mm-hmm.
as this is going, as what's going is you're heading through.
Mhm.
Otis, describe describe the terrain you're going through right now.
It's dirt roads at this point. So I imagine that in conjunction with them getting radioed by headquarters, I just cut hard to like U-turn, which just kicks up a cloud of dust, so that they'll blow through the cloud of dust as I'm going back the other way.
Yeah, it actually like it kicks through and does like a perfect like fishtail, like it's almost aimed towards you, but instead of going forward, it stops because you've now reached your need on this one. You brought it down to 0 as it stops, and there's someone just kind of gets out, and you hear this like the camera goes as you go that way. Camera sticks on him. He goes, "What are you talking about? I am Vincent. I'm not in their car."
Whoops.
That's fun.
And right now,
And just off.
Pistol, you are at a speed of 5, which means that's where things get dangerous.
Oh
Um,
shit.
So as things get a little bit more dangerous here, but your reaction rolls, so there'll be one more, probably just one more with you two. So if you want to do your reaction rolls, because we've got one person on the hood of the helicopter, and there is still some things firing, though the firing, you're moving a lot more, but the firing is a little harder to hit somebody when there's a dude just splayed on your windshield, in my experience.
Well, when there's a wet split on my windshield,
A dude just splayed
well,
on
I
you?
thought he had jumped to the helicopter.
That's the helicopter. Yeah, he's on
Yeah,
the helicopter. They're not going to be
It's harder for them to
accurate
hit you.
with Kingston
Yeah.
just looking at them on their windshield. They're like, I can't get the thing. So it's like,
Got it. So, I have a thing like but I know I'm not at top speed yet, so I don't know if I could use it. Called full throttle. And it allows me to, when I do reach top speed, I gain an adrenaline.
okay.
But I don't know that I'm gonna get much faster than 5. So
So yeah, because the top speed, each ride, so it starts here to 3. What is the top speed on these? Because 5 is when it gets dangerous.
Mhm.
High speed.
You said
Is it 6?
6. Yes, 6 is top. You're actually probably going to reach top speed this turn. So
okay, awesome.
oh, cool.
All right, yeah. So for you two, if you just want to do your reaction roll to see about this is basically this, and well, probably after this, we can do one real quick thing with you, and then do we want to take a bio break?
Sure.
That sounds good. Yes.
Okay. So why don't we do your reaction roll real quick? Have you both done that?
No.
For my reaction roll, am I rolling drive?
That
for
can be
again?
that. Yeah. This is how you're trying not to take some damage. So you want to make sure you succeed because otherwise you take armor damage. Kingston would take grit if that doesn't work.
I'm gonna roll a stunt.
I have 2 basic successes.
Okay. Did you want to? Are you able to re-roll those 2?
I have a free reroll because of proven driver.
Yeah, I would definitely use that.
I'm gonna do that. And yeah, I think
You're good.
yeah,
You need
turns
at
it
least a
into a
critical. Yes, and you see like some of the bullets striking near the car, swerving, and then Kingston for you.
I rolled an extreme success.
All right.
on a stunt.
Okay, are you staying on the helicopter or are you using that?
Oh hell yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right, so
I'm gonna steal the helicopter if it's.
we'll do one last quick one with you two. So here, what are the two of you? You're trying to steal the helicopter?
Yeah, I'm gonna like. So I was enduring with the stunt, and they were like trying to go, and I was putting my body in front, and as the gun was moving, I'm gonna literally like ride, like put my foot on the gun so that it moves. So I move to the side of the helicopter, and I'm gonna leap in to because I imagine it's one of those like with the dome, and there's no doors. You know, it's just like the big like looped
Yeah.
tactical little
So
skipper. So I leap in there, and I'm just gonna. So I probably will do another stunt.
Okay.
And this time I'm going to spend a adrenaline to get an extra die. I'll shift click and +1. Basic and a critical. Is that going to be enough?
Yeah, we'll say this as you come through. So as you come into it, are you dropping the pilot?
Yeah. I mean, if I imagine he's strapped in, so my
These
guess
guys
is that
are
like
never strapped in. You've seen
okay,
those.
yeah,
You've seen those
then,
movies.
Yeah, 100%. Then they don't expect me. They don't expect this to happen. I like ride the gun down as it's firing, and then I swing in and just like a swing and like just give them a kick that just knocks them both out the side.
Right, Pistol. Do you want to try to bring yourself up to top speed for the critical? As that starts happening,
Yes.
you're just hauling ass towards the sheriff's house. Go ahead and make your roll.
100%. I'm gonna make my roll to try to bring myself up to top speed. Let's do some driving. All right. Pistol's mad now, so it's like Pistol just wants to get there. That is 2 basic successes. So I'm gonna use my free reroll to see if I can what do I need exactly before I do my reroll?
Oh, critical's best on this.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and do my free reroll from Proven Driver. And
You are good.
at a critical. So
then at top speed, you've now got that, and then the helicopter just making its way
I
through.
gain an adrenaline.
Nice.
Because of full throttle.
Awesome. Do we want to take about 5-minute bio break?
Yeah, let's do it.
That would be great. Thank you.
All right. We will be back at 8:58, probably 9 o'clock Central.
Woo!
All right.
All right, we are back. Is everybody in the right spot? No.
Would
Baha!
I
never.
gotta say,
No.
we've changed.
No.
All right.
I am Jack Panic. Not anymore.
So
With it comes all my power. It's just a
up,
title.
Phenomenal cosmic power. Itty bitty little box.
Yeah.
Totally.
up on a bit of a hill, as you're kind of coming through, there is a fairly large home that is like surrounded by. There's like you got some woods and such there, but it's like away from a lot of the rest of like the neighborhoods. Like it is set aside. This thing has been built relatively recently and is super nice. This is the sheriff's home.
Nice.
And y'all have kind of arrived.
Yeah.
Just pull up and park off to the side.
There's
It's
no-
like separated. Then I'm just not up like the driveway or anything.
You got like one of those.
There's
circle-
no like.
Yeah.
You got like one of those circle drives. There's some cars there that you're seeing from where you're at. There's 2 cars in there, but you're not really seeing anybody like around or anything right now.
Okay.
He's trying to be sneaky.
Yeah, so I just
Make sure.
park.
Yeah, Mr.
Yeah,
Nemo,
park
can
and
you
just
park a little
wait.
bit outside?
I'm just
Yeah.
waiting for the other car to show up, which I imagine then shows up without its hood on. I go,
Well,
ooh.
that's the thing. Like, if I know we're trying to like approach subtly, then I will do this differently. If I don't know that, then
Mm.
if
That's
that wasn't expressed in our terms
I
of-
don't think
Yeah.
you and I know the meaning of the word. I'm about to come in with a helicopter, so
I don't know what's going on.
I don't. Yeah,
All right.
I as I see it, we make a big show and we let Hackerman
Cool.
and company do hijinks inside. You know what I mean?
The way in which Danica or Pistol arrives is pretty much you hear the squealing of tires as she Akira slides across this road and like into like and stops in front of this house, and then the door pops open and she's like, fuck you, fuck your cow, fuck everything about you, you fucked up my car, I'm coming for every bit of you, I'm calling my mother, we're suing for everything you've got. Stupid fucking Russians forget that a U.S. court's still valid in the U.S. God damn it. And like she's like cussing and swearing in the whole 9 yards, slams the car door, and then says, I'm sorry, baby. It was a moment of passion. I'm so sorry. To the car.
Naturally.
And then she's like, you know what? I forgot. I need my self-defense stuff. And she like pops open the car door again. And like, how the car has that little pocket in the door?
Mhm.
She pulls out the pistol that Kingston gave her, shows that in a jacket pocket, and she pulls out a second pistol with a bunch that's like really kind of it's aesthetic because it's her, and it's very pretty, and shows it in the other pocket. She's like, just in case I run out of bullets, I'm covered. And and again to herself and the car, and she walks towards the house, very like, and just leaves her car in the middle of the road because that's what you do at this point.
Yeah, of
So.
And for everybody else, how are
I'm waiting
y'all
to see what the
right
helicopter does.
Yeah, so I think that we'll cut back to me. At this point, is there any way that we could establish communications via the radio on the on the helicopter and the do you had it was a phone or was it a walkie-talkie? It was a phone that you
It
were
was a
calling.
Nokia.
I have a
Brick
phone.
Nokia.
Is there like is that a within the realms of technology that's
I've also got an AM radio that I
do?
can just keep like tuning until I find you.
Right.
Oh, wonderful.
I can
Yeah,
hack something up.
perfect. Then either way, all I wanted everyone to hear me say after she was yelling was Americans, and then I'm going to take the helicopter and pull it up out of frame, and then the scene will just cut back to our on the ground dudes, because I think that being a helicopter needs to be a little revealed as a bit more of like a Deus Ex, right?
Oh, yeah. For sure.
Yes, I'm just watching the helicopter and
Yeah.
the screens go, oh, my grandkids aren't going to believe this. And I'm just going to drive around the side of the house, like
Mhm.
very slowly, just drive around the side of the house so that I'm not visible from the front door as this screaming lady with guns is there drawing people out. I figured the guys in the back will probably want to like try to sneak in anyway. So I'm just like onto the grass around the side of the house.
All right. Yes. Yeah. You head around the side. Don't remind me, Casey. Where did you end up? Are you still looking at the helicopter above?
I took the helicopter high to make it more discreet. That there's like obviously it's a helicopter, but I'm not, instead of going down to the house. That way I can kind of swoop in at some point when I need to.
All right. Yes, pistols. As you're sort of yelling there is like the door to the home like kind of opens up, and you see there's like three guys come out, a little more wiry, not kind of as big as the other ones that you saw.
Mm-hmm.
You know, what are you doing here?
Pistol shoves her hands in her pockets like she's all upset. She's like, my car broke down. Look at it. It's a piece of shit now.
See if you confuse them at first. Your move, because they're not as they're not connected with what's going on, so they don't know all the stuff. See if they believe you.
Okay, what am I rolling?
I think
Sorry.
probably
That's your call.
probably smooth in speech.
Ooh. Let's see. Where's smooth?
Yeah,
Third
smooth
one
is
down.
stat. Speech is under that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Flirt
see
leadership
speech,
speech.
but I
Yeah.
only have one in speech, so I'm gonna see if I could. Can I use? I'm wondering if I could use streetwise or cool, but that's only if I or
You can shift click a skill and swap out the attribute with it.
yes.
Yeah.
What I'm asking is if I can, because sometimes it's
Oh.
you can do that if there's a feat that allows you to do that.
Yeah, with some of them, I mean, the streetwise wouldn't make sense necessarily here. Cool could. I mean, yeah, just like that kind of keeping your nerves under fire, where you're just
Mhm.
approaching it like this isn't a thing where you got to worry you just shown up, as
Yeah,
opposed
so
to I know they can be
So
trouble.
yeah. So what do I do? Do I shift click or just roll
Well, I think
cool?
we're gonna hit just hit probably roll cool.
All right, let's do that. Hey, that's a
Nice.
critical success.
All right.
Nice.
There's this moment where they sort of look at each other and go, as they just take a couple steps down. They're looking at your car, and one of them just goes, "The hell happened to your car?" Just seeing like some of the bullet holes that are there.
Okay. Yeah. And she looks real sad and like really pushes the pretty girl like, oh no, thing. I almost broke a nail getting here. It was really traumatic. I think I have PTSD.
They just kind of look a little confused as each other. And again, like, is the helicopter anywhere in frame in this moment?
Do you want it to be?
It's up to you. Totally up to
Um,
you.
I think that my intent was to keep it kind of out of shot, but
Okay. That's fine.
For a big reveal later.
but if you have something fun, Michael,
No.
I'm
Well, I think at the very least, I don't know. It could be fun if they're doing the thing, and we can kind of see like if like the cars here, the three guys, or the three guys are maybe here facing towards me, and then just like right above a little of the house, we just see the.
sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
see what they're
let's
doing there. Okay.
let's just have so it's just kind of like she's being cool, and then like the moment's building, and then a helicopter rises up behind,
Yeah.
and we're providing this big distraction. Yeah, this is the perfect time.
Just this moment where they haven't quite noticed the helicopter yet because you're far
Yeah.
enough, maybe
Yeah.
they're not hearing it.
Yeah.
I love that.
There's just moments
It's a
where
good shot.
lady, you should probably get out of here. There's been some trouble here recently.
Oh yeah? What kind of trouble?
Parties went a little bit out of hand. One kind of looks at it like, "Do you need a ride back to town? Will this make it back?"
I don't think it can. I mean, it's missing parts and pieces. You understand. I mean, I could always just I don't know, wait in the back or something. Can I call a tow truck? I don't have a phone.
Roll again
That's the
here, and then
90s.
go with I think you want to go with a extreme to see if they'll let you in because they are here to guard the place.
Okay. So I'm gonna roll. I think at this point I'd like to roll flirt
Mhm.
to try because she's really pushing the pretty girl needs help, like the damsel in distress thing. So I'm doing that. Hey,
Whoa. Oh,
that's an
wow.
extreme.
Yeah.
Nice.
There's this moment one of the guys is like, "No man, I don't think we should. We're supposed to." He's like, guys, I got it. Why don't you come with me? I'll take you in the back. I'll show you. I'll show you the phone.
Oh, my hero! Thank you so much.
I'll
I
take
love
you
that.
in the back. I'll
She like
show you the
she
phone.
fluffs her hair. She's like
Yeah.
very like cute about it, you know?
Yeah, it
They
kind
have
of
multiple phones. They gotta show up.
like heads in, and like to the right, there's this like giant kitchen. One of those got like the big sort of windows there. I don't know if we see the helicopter just move out of the thing of the window so we can't see it at this point. As he sort of takes you in to show you where the phone is at. So do we think we could get the side of the house?
Yeah.
I just parked my my Corolla on the lawn on the side of the house and just open the door. I'm just looking for a window to open up
Yeah, there
at
are
this
some,
point, unless there's a
Right.
door.
Do I see or hear any of
Go
this
in.
side? Like
Other side of the house.
Oh, other side of the
yeah,
house.
but
Okay.
Yeah.
the opposite side of the house. Yeah, if you want
The
to see
side
about,
without the helicopter.
you want to see about getting in without being. If you want to make a stealth roll.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, like
Should we-
I'm there for them, so like I'm not actually like taking initiative here.
Oh, okay.
Just taxi
I probably
drivers.
pointed out, like, it's right there. There's a window open by the pool. It's bigger than my dorm.
Okay,
Slip in there.
Yeah, you gotta go do your computer thing, right?
I can't go by myself. I could slip
You
in,
got-
but they're causing a distraction with the helicopter. I need what if some guys come out or something? I need some backup.
You've got your journalist friend there.
How's Toru handling it?
Yeah, Toro's just kind of sitting in the back seat, looking like really kind of nervous. And
Yeah.
he goes, "That leads to the bedroom. There is a panic room downstairs. I don't know if they're using it."
Panic room. That's it. Come on, Mr. Neal, you were in the Gulf War. You said, right? You could do something. At least just watch my six, right? That's a thing.
Oh God.
Look, man, my friend's in trouble. I'm in over my head. I didn't even finish my first semester of college yet. I need to, like I said, just watch my back as I'm doing the typing and everything. You'll be fine.
Oh, you're just in college.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't really been going to class lately because I've been kind of trying to take down, the man. But I mean, I technically am in college.
Yeah, no, see, you gotta go to classes while you're taking down the man. That's how you get better at doing it.
Yeah, you're right. See, this is why I need someone with your expertise. Connect with me, okay?
All right. I'll watch your six.
All right, let's go. Yeah, let's slide in real quick. Oh, they're watching the
Okey-dokey.
helicopter.
Okie dokie.
And now we'll try to stealth in, hopefully.
Do we both need to roll? Just one of us needs to roll.
Just one. Whoever wants to lead it, we'll do that.
I have
I
a
guess
yeah. My stealth is
Yeah.
2. I could bump that up
Mine's
to
the same.
5 total. I can bump it up to 5 total if I go with like nerves instead of crime because I'm not really a criminal.
yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go
Well,
for it, yeah.
if it doesn't matter either way, I'll go ahead and do that. Okay, I've got a critical.
All right. He's gonna
Nice.
open up the window, and like this is far enough out, and plus Montana, nobody locks their doors here. Well, even if they do, their windows they're not. As you kind of like let yourself in, and like the bedroom itself is like extraordinarily nice. Got one of those like large sort of 4-poster beds in it. You've got like an entire wall of like closet, and there's mirrors on all of them that reflect kind of the whole thing. And you hear from like further in the house. It's like, yeah, phone's right here. So you from around here? I don't think I've seen you at. I don't think I've seen you anywhere in the bars or anything.
I don't
Oh,
know.
thank you so much for showing me where the phone is. Yeah, actually, I'm here. I'm visiting with a relative, trying to go. They want me to, straighten up my act, go to college and all that stuff. So I'm taking classes at the local college.
Awesome.
Oh, I'm Pistol, by the way. What's your name?
Oh, Jason.
Jason. Oh.
With the sheriff's department. I'm a rookie.
She reaches out, like, because the phone's there, but she's obviously not here for the phone. And she's like, Jay, and she reaches out and like kind of does the thing where like does he have a shirt lapel or is it just like a t-shirt?
Shirt lapel.
So she like kind of like touches his lapel and like pretends to straighten it out, and it's like, Jason was the name of a famous Argonaut. Yeah, he was supposed to be really cute, and he traveled around with his like his posse and all those ships looking for some fancy golden fleece. I learned that in college, myths and shit.
I don't know what an Argonaut is. Is that a country?
It's like being a superhero. You're kind of a superhero.
Oh, cool. Cool.
Cora's just peeking through the door at this.
So you're just keeping Tim distracted while they go do the thing. All right, Kingston, are you doing anything in particular, or are you waiting?
So the camera will cut back to Kingston as he's dipping down, kind of bringing it, kind of swooping around the exterior. I'm maybe like 200 feet up now at this point. Do I see any backup, any vehicles that were chasing us? So
as you kind of go up, you can see in the distance there are some police cars that are headed generally this way. There's two of them that are around another car. The other car does not have any lights or anything on, but it is clearly the one that's in the lead with the three of them.
Okay, I want to, as I'm flying up there, get the right pitch and angle that I can jump out of the helicopter, and then the helicopter will fall in a way that probably won't hit them, but will like hit debris, because in my head I'm seeing there's a bit of like a pass that you have to go up, just maybe like barricade to slow down of things, and also create another larger like diversion.
All right, go ahead, and that sounds like at least a stunt roll.
Yeah, let's do it. I'm going to use my spotlight again because I might as
There we
well.
go.
I might as well.
To get the extreme success.
Yeah. And there you go, all gone. So I just want, since I just get to describe it, this is in my head a moment where we cut to the cops, and they're all talking to each other in Russian or whatever, and it rolls. They're rolling up this pass, and then right as they're talking, they're drinking coffee out of those little tiny paper cups that would be in those vending machines that would still be around from the 80s. And when the debris, like the helicopter hits trees and stuff before it hits the road, so it's already like crumpling in on itself, and it slams, and they both kind of like clutch their coffee and get a slight coffee burn, and that's the motif is, of course, people burning themselves with coffee. And then it just cuts back to me close to the house, not all the way out to the house, but like who knows how he did it.
As it happens with also the two cars on the side kind of go off on the side of the road. The other one screeches to a halt, and there's just this moment where you kind of cut up, and there's just just a little bit of darkness, like the cherry on the cigar kind of lights. And he goes, "You idiots!" And then the door opens, and out steps has been once respected action hero, who is now just coming into the last little bit of the thing, and he just kind of puts on like the sheriff's hat. Just, guess I got to do this myself.
It's late years Stallone.
Yeah. I've had to explain to my students when we're talking about, like, I use Die Hard as an example of like American action film, but they don't understand the reasons why, but how to elaborate. But when I ask them, I'm like, I don't think it doesn't work now, but I used to ask them, I'm like, you don't know who the heroes used to be. Have you seen the Expendables? And they'd be like, yeah. I go, literally all of them. That's literally who were the heroes before Bruce Willis showed up in Die Hard.
Yeah.
All right, back at the house.
Yeah. All right.
We got the guys outside. We got the one that is talking with Pistol. And what are you two doing in the bedroom?
Just gesturing to Sticky Keys, like, go.
Get downstairs to the panic room.
You think it's in the panic room and not like on its computer?
I guess I'll take a check. I guess search all of his drawers. I'll take a quick scope around and see if he's got like a personal computer or something.
Nothing in the bedroom. That'll be kind of further in inside the house somewhere.
Yeah, it's gotta be the panic room. He's not gonna hear.
Well, let's go. We gotta go past. She's talking to the guy out there, so just go.
Okay, I'll go in. I'm trying to creak out and tiptoe past his back while she's talking about myths and shit.
Yeah, Pistol, go ahead and make your distraction roll.
I'm distracting.
Them make their stealth roll.
Okay. Distraction. I'm gonna keep using that flirt. It's 2 basic successes.
Okay. We'll say you got when y'all make your stealth roll, give yourself +1 die.
All right.
Nice.
Okay, so do I just slash d6?
Oh no,
Slash
no, that'll be
That's for us.
No,
that'll be
you gave
Oh.
us a
that'll be for
bonus.
them.
We
never
shift
mind.
click. Yeah.
I gave you guys bonus. My
Yeah,
bad.
yeah. You just needed to not fail that roll. It seems like.
Yay!
Oh,
They've
wow.
got more if you did.
We're all at the same time.
I got a critical.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's see what I got here. Let's see.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
You
only
got
we
critical?
did one to get. So yeah, as
I got one. Okay.
There's just this moment where he's going like you see Otis kind of make his way down, and then John, what is it that you almost knocked over?
I imagine it's like probably some tasteless art
Yeah,
sitting there on the side, like on a pedestal, some weird
and there's just
statue.
like, and then Pistol, you see the guy. Yeah, I love super. I'm more of a I'm I like more like Spider-Man. And it's like that slow motion almost starts to.
I'm like holding it up.
Did you?
She grabs his face and like brings it back to focus on her, and she's like, "Tell me more. I'm so invested. What a wonderful story."
I will use Get Down to grab Sticky Keys and drag him out of the frame.
Cuts to the 2 other guys. We're sitting there. They're both kind of standing by the door, trying to look in without being seen. Because I think she's kissing him. He just grabbed his face. He goes, Jason gets all the ladies. It's just like, told you we can't hang with him. He's too good looking. We gotta go out together and wingman each other. All right. As you kind of head like down in the basement, because like the rooms here are kind of big and open, but like the basement, as you go down there is an office there, and that's where you can kind of see his computer. And as you're looking around, there looks like there's been recent construction here.
Go
Excellent,
do
yeah.
computer stuff.
Okay, yeah, watch my 6 again. Yeah, just watch the door. And I'll start plugging in my laptop into his main computer.
All right,
Run the protocol.
go. All right, make your computer
Lots
roll.
of-
Let's see what's information you get.
Lots of aggressive, typing.
I'll stand near the door so I can listen upstairs
All right, let's see. What?
to also potentially hear the arrival of people.
I guess it could be a no roll. Say no computers. Okay. I get a freebie reroll, so let's see what happens. I'm gonna take the free reroll just because.
That's a critical.
Good.
There we go. Nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's got a
Easy.
whatever firewall would be in the 90s, probably a firewall. But so
Yeah.
this protocol. Wait a minute. Password.
Right.
Every time, and
Is it
like
password? Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
as it goes through the clunk, and you catch like there's some information. But again, this house was, as he mentioned before, was wired for video, like cameras, and like the resolution's not great on these cameras. But as you're kind of looking through them, you like room. Is she kissing him? Another room, another room, and then you can see there is Murray. Where my notes
Yeah.
are. Yeah,
Maury, yeah.
You see Maury like tied to a chair. Looks like he's been beat up a little bit. Looks a little bit rough. Sort of tied to a chair, and there's just this big dude who just like kind of is like looking off camera, like a little curiously. You also see as you're kind of going through, there is a thing on there to open the panic room.
Oh. All right. I'll push open the panic room.
Otis, when the bookshelf almost hits you, what do you do?
No, no.
Oh, the bookshelf. The bookshelf is near the door. I guess I'm just gonna keep
Maury!
like backing up with the bookshelf. Like,
So,
oh, got
as
it.
you're like, what's this? Boom, and then it's the camera as it kind of goes forward. We see Sticky Keys. We see you at the computer, and then we see just this big slab of muscle kind of walk into the frame from behind it as you just opened up the door behind you. And that the guy who was looking, the big dude who's looking kind of weird, is now sort of sitting there behind you. At this point, this will be a little more audible to you two upstairs. Pistol, you hear that kind of explosion on the way there, and it's and Kingston. Are you? You're hoofing it back up to the house?
Yeah. Well, either as I see it, I'm either going to show up to help the boys with their big bag of muscles, or am I going to dramatically fight the sheriff, the Stallone, like
Oh,
to
yeah.
keep him out of the mix?
Could
Both
be.
of those feel like
There's also the three guards total, one of which Pistol has
mhm.
in there.
Yeah.
So
I feel like any of those are good scenes. So I'm
I'm
down
sure the
for
sheriff will show up at the house no matter what.
Yeah.
I will
yeah.
I
say
do think it's kind of fun if we have to deal with a musclehead by ourselves.
yeah.
Well,
I
see,
kind of like that.
And you have an epic
it's
battle
also
with the
those things is
sheriff.
because the way the bad guys work in this game, because they'll have something like where it's just much more difficult to hit and damage them. Those are
Yeah.
things that sometimes taking on by yourself is much more difficult here than it might be in other things. So I don't know if you want to get something where maybe we clean up what's happening at the house and then the sheriff's able to.
That's fine. Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
All
I'm
right.
happy with the way
Yeah.
things are. It's
Yeah.
just Kingston
Yeah.
just
So
choice.
so the big muscle guy
They're down in the basement.
like comes. They're down in the basement.
Yeah,
Oh yeah. So
Yeah,
so the two guys at the
who are looking through it's like they hear the explosion and there's just this moment where they're a bit confused as what's going on, and then like Pistol, he as they hear that thing, the guy I don't know if you still have your hands on his face, but he kind of turns like, what the hell was that? And
He
you
turns, yeah. She lets him go, but she's like, and like as this happens, she's like in her head, she's thinking, "Oh fuck," and she is like, the funny thing about Jason and the Argonauts was he actually really got fucked in the end, because he fucked over a woman. Yeah, Princess Medea loved his ass, and then he just said, "Fuck that shit, I don't need it." After having two kids with her, and she like as his face is turned away, she's saying this, she holds up her silver pistol and says
Oh.
and like hits the trigger.
all right.
Oh.
Sometimes it'd be like that. So
All right.
poor Jason.
Go ahead, and make the roll on here. Partly because he might sort of take care of it, and they've got some of theirs.
Stone
The three of them
cold.
work as a group.
yeah, I'm gonna roll
It's a
shoot.
basic defense for him.
Okay.
So a basic will do. Two basics will do better.
Nice.
2 basic successes.
All right.
And she's
And then the two guys who first were the explosion now hear the gunshot, and they've turned back. They had a total of 6, so 2 per person sounds about right because 1 is now gone.
she says that was for Medea and Delilah, asshole.
Just full projection.
So Kingston, as they turn around, are you?
Yeah, the explosion goes off, then they hear the shot, and the camera kind of follows their head back and forth. And when it follows, they turn back around, kind of the way their bodies were naturally positioned outward. I'm just in frame, and I'm gonna say cheerio, and pop, just punch one right in the face.
It is a basic.
And I'm going to take my free reroll because might as well.
I mean, you've got the critical.
Yeah, but if I could, you can do more damage if more. But yeah, I'll just take that. I'll just take the critical.
Okay.
At what cost?
So they needed a basic, and essentially you can always take it down from like critical to like 3 basics. That'd be 3 points. So you said you punch the dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also they're surprised, so their fighter thing doesn't actually come into it, which would normally give you like a -1. That does still leave the 1. So there's this moment he's just kind of shocked, and he like he's, and then almost like kind of quickly just this guy has been trained pretty well. Go ahead, it's a 2 basic for your defense.
Cool.
As he tries to kind of get a couple good chops in.
Yeah. Just gonna find him. What did I do? 1 basic. How many did I need?
You need 2 to completely like not get harmed.
Yeah. I get. There you go.
All right.
There you go.
He goes.
Another time for a good dono here.
Yeah. Does those? You just and down in the basement, the guy kind of steps out and just goes, "I am not knowing who you are. You are in the wrong place." And like he doesn't even crack his knuckles like this. He just goes.
So the way that this got described is I was over near the door and he just stepped up behind. Yeah, so he hasn't seen me yet. So I just see this big guy. I see him like walking all the way up. And you said that this basement looked like it was going for construction. So in a panic, I'm gonna look around. I'm gonna grab a pipe wrench and just try to sneak up behind this guy and just club him.
All right.
Yeah.
Get him.
Give yourself a +1 for the pipe wrench.
All right. I'll do that. One basic. I will re-roll.
You did a critical for
because-
him.
Yeah, I'll re-roll because why not? And that is nothing. So I think that what it does is that thing in older action movies where I hit this guy in the back of the head with a pipe wrench and I pull back a bent pipe wrench.
Bends.
Yeah, there's just a like his head barely moves.
Oh boy.
And John.
Does he turn around to
Yeah,
like,
he
at
does that slow
Otis
like you're doing what? You're doing what to me?
Okay. Yeah, as he turns around, I'm gonna like try to jump and just like grapple him, put my feels I'm like probably half his size, put my arms around his neck and like sleeper hold type thing.
Backpack.
Yeah. Just like, battle cry. Ah! And just try to grapple him. Alright, let's see what this let's go for it.
All right, you need a critical for him.
Yep. This is an adrenaline roll. I have one more adrenaline spend. Alright. Because I have 3 fights, so yeah, the adrenaline definitely kicks in. Fly at him. I just did a basic. Go for the reroll. Dang it. I got 2 basics, but no critical.
Yeah, so you were now just sort of backpacking him.
Yes.
And we'll say he just ignores you while you're backpacking, and then comes at you like Otis with like a knife hand, kind of going straight for your throat. Roll. You need 2 critical to not get hurt here.
Okay, so I'm gonna do my I'm gonna go nerves and dexterity because I'm trying to keep like not from panicking and freezing.
Mm-hmm.
Stay tuned into flight instead of freeze.
Right.
That's 2 basic. So I'll go ahead and do the reroll. That's 1 critical and 1 basic.
Nice.
All right, so I think
nice.
the way that works, because like the damage gets it. As I recall, they don't explain some of it pretty well. I think that means you'll take 1 grit. Because
I can do that, sure.
Yeah, you take 1 grit there because 3 basically a basic is 1, and then 3 goes up there, so that's for the critical. So you basically did 3 points for your critical, and then 2 for the or 1 for the base. Right, take 2 points because you would need
2 crit,
3
sure.
Yeah, so 2 on there because you get 2 criticals for him as he does that, and we are back with Pistol and Kingston.
So we're down. So Jason's down. Bye, Jason.
Yep.
Nice knowing you. And what's left in the room?
Like right out front, you hear some fighting happen out front, and from where you can see, Kingston is taking on one of the other one is left. The other one is on the ground.
I will also point out you did see a sneak behind Jason, so you do also know where we went.
Yeah, I think knowing that like Kingston's got it up front.
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna let Kingston handle things, and she's gonna I think because we don't have cell phones or walkie-talkies or any kind of cool special stuff, she's like, Kingston, I'm following the others. Come and find me. And if maybe Kingston can hear her over this din of fighting. It's fine. Sure.
Very good.
And like she shoves the gun back in her pocket and runs after in the direction that she saw Otis and Sticky Keys and Toru go.
Okay, yeah. So they're like rushing down. Toru's probably still in the car as you guys are going because he was too nervous about it. As you rush, you're rushing down the steps where that is, which leaves Kingston and the one guy left. You'll have a -1 for going hand to hand with him now that he's aware of you.
Perfect. Then I will spin an adrenaline and I'll cancel that out. And I'll just roll normal. Is that fine? Because adrenaline gives me a +1 out. Okay. Get my free reroll. Did I need? What did I need?
Threes.
Basic for them. So
Okay,
Oh, nice.
so I can break that down into 3 basics.
Yeah.
Cool.
yeah, the
Then I'll-
yeah. Just describe how you take him out.
Yeah, so the first guy, bam, and then the other one starts to like hit me, and I kind of square up, and for a minute it looks like he might be getting some because momentum because we're getting towards the end of the movie, so I am more tired than I was at the beginning of the movie. And the only way they show that with these characters is that they get slightly slower, right? And he's pummeling through, and then when it opens up, I'm just going to take his head and hit it against the sconce, the outdoor lighting sconce, and it's going to do that cheesy, shocking thing that they would have done. And then I'll straighten my tie. You'll notice I have had collected my jacket and my belongings from the car, and I was fighting with the jacket over my arm this whole time. And then I want to go inside, and before the scene ends on me, I will be opening a liquor cabinet. Intent on
Naturally.
All right.
yeah.
As you kind of rush in the distance in the camera, we see the sheriff coming. As the sheriff is just sort of walking with a big cigar, you see him like starting like unbutton his shirt, and there's like you can't quite see the tattoo from where it's at, but there's some like splotch of color there. And then we're in the basement.
Okay.
Sorry, you said you've got something, and I was like, wait, is it a crush?
Yeah.
A little bit. Well,
Yeah.
I've got this bent pipe wrench, and he hit me in the throat, so I'm just gonna throw the bent pipe wrench at him for another brawn fight.
Right. So yeah, for him as you got here. So just go ahead. Critical for his.
Yeah. That is too basic. It's not giving me the option to reroll the basic for it, so I guess it's just going to bounce off his chest, which is honestly entirely reasonable for the circumstance.
And for like
right.
We'll probably go with John next, and then
Yep.
Pistol will be down there.
So seeing things not working out for us as the just bounces off of him, I'm gonna like take a still around this guy's neck and take a breath and just kind of like peek over his shoulder. Just look at this muscle man, and I'm gonna try to actually find his weak spot. So I'm gonna roll. Yeah, right. I'm gonna roll detect to see.
Oh, good shot.
Wrong one. I'm trying to roll detect and see if tickling is his weak spot.
I'm gonna tickle that guy.
All right. So what do I need to? How much do I need to find his weak spot here? Oh, I got a critical actually. I got a critical in the basic.
We'll say for weak spot on a guy like this, especially for something taken about quickly, you want to go for an extreme.
Extreme. Oh, okay. I'll go for that reroll then.
Do it.
Can I get that? No.
Oh.
Okay. I will say this as you
Actually, no, I'm gonna go all in. I'm gonna go all in.
Okay.
This is a high intensity situation.
All in. All
in. Let's go.
Lost everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
I like your suggestion. I'm gonna try and tickle him. I'm gonna like try and tickle his ears.
And then just like chunks you down on the ground. And Pistol.
Pistol's like, hey, that's my hacker guy, not yours. And like pulls out whips out one of this time it's Kingston's pistol, the pistol that Kingston gave her, and fires a couple shots at this guy.
All right, make your roll.
That is too basic.
It's just too basic. Too basic.
Too basic.
Yeah, too basic.
Did you want to go for more?
You need an extreme on this dude.
I'm gonna try to re-roll and see what happens.
All right.
One critical.
There you go. Yeah.
So we'll save it as partly for timing's sake, so we don't need to make this guy a big deal because we've got the other guy. So just you hit his weak spot here. And does not fall on John because he threw you off. Otherwise,
Nice.
you might have been pinned under just this big bear of a
That'd
man.
been so funny.
And Kingston, were you headed downstairs or anything, or were you staying in?
So the sheriff just walked in the front door.
He's not quite there. He's coming down the
the driveway.
Yeah, kind of coming down the.
For that dramatic
you
moment
go
where we
inside,
all
Okay,
meet up
you go
with him.
inside, like the camera
House
would have
music
seen.
is not
He's
playing yet.
He's on his
Got
way
it.
there.
Like
Got
it's
you.
starting to play. Okay. got it.
Okay, cool. Well, in that case, you see me having grabbed we'll say a scotch, single malt, and it looks like I'm about to pour glass because the way the framing of the camera is, I've got the bottle kind of tilted. But then we see my little kerchief from earlier, little Chekhov's kerchief. I'm gonna shove it into the front of
Yes.
the bottle, and then light it on the stove.
Brilliant.
And I'm going to hurl it at the front door, where the to keep it so that like you have to go around the back, and where the little Corolla is, the real getaway car. Sorry, Pistol.
Like,
It's,
No,
yeah,
my poor Delilah.
give yourself an adrenaline for that. Downstairs, we hear downstairs. You hear like there's like a shattering and then you can kind of vaguely hear outside, my brand new door.
Yeah.
Ah.
So just to confirm, this giant muscle man is just like fallen
He's
over.
down.
Yeah, he's gone.
So with that, I'm just gonna like I've been slapped around and like didn't do anything. So I'm just gonna like look into the open door with the guy tied up and look back to Sticky Keys and Pistol and just go.
Like on the ground.
He said,
Oh.
I'm gonna just walk up. I'm just gonna walk upstairs.
Oh. Okay.
Oh.
Are you all okay? You need like a drink or something. Maybe there's a. Okay. Sticky Keys, are you still alive?
I think so. Can't feel my back, but yeah, we gotta.
Yeah. Can you stand up, or like, are you just?
Yeah, no, I can stand. Thank you. Thank you
Okay,
for
so it's
shooting
like your
him.
legs are asleep. And who's the tied up person?
Oh, Maury! Yeah, I'll run to Maury and then untie him. Maury,
Okay,
you up,
well-
man?
Yeah, the sheriff. God, the stuff they're planning. You wouldn't believe.
No, we know, man. We got his hard drive. You got it to us. You did a good job.
Awesome. We should
Look,
get out
okay.
of here. Before
We
he
gotta
comes
get out of here.
back.
Look. You see this cool lady over here with the gun? She's gonna help you get upstairs. Can you help him get upstairs? Get to your car? Or no, get to the Corolla. It's in the back.
Sure. Oh, we gotta drive the oh man. All right, yeah, I gotta do some stuff to that Corolla because we're not getting nowhere if it, as it is right now.
All right, yeah, you go do that. I gotta finish this download. I got an idea.
Come on, Maury, can you walk?
Yeah. Yeah, he kind of stands up, a little bit woozy, but yeah, he can go.
Come on, let's go. All right, try not to die there, Sticky Keys.
Just give you a thumbs up and go back to the computer.
Here, take this, and she tosses you Kingston's pistol.
No, like do that thing where I kind of catch it for a minute. Yeah.
It's the community gun, you know, just in case you need it.
Yeah.
I'll
Kind of
walk
hold
up.
it like awkwardly and put it back down next to the computer.
I'll just come out of the basement to Kingston, just I guess drinking and marveling at his fire that he's caused.
I think as Pistol comes upstairs behind you, she's like, "Are we gonna gawk at the door or are we gonna go?" I mean, I'm just saying, if we want to gawk and wait for what happens next, that's great. But I'm personally like living. I
We
want to
need-
keep racing.
We need the
So-
computer guy. We need the computer guy to come on up here, right?
I'm on it. The download's gonna take time. I gotta download all of his files. And I got an idea, but it's gonna take time.
I'm going while they're all kind of like,
Mhm.
what are we doing? What's the plan now? Now I'm going to just now the door's on fire. My demeanor kind of shifts, and I'm just going to walk downstairs. And while Sticky Keys is in the middle of doing this upload, I don't know if he's happy to see me or whatever. I'm just going to grab the hard drive, and I'm going to get the fuck out of Dodge with it.
Wait, actually gonna try to get in your way. What are you doing? We need that.
It says, like, "Don't worry, old chap. I've got a plan."
I'm gonna look up. I don't know if I like your plan, but he also can't get in your way. He'll probably break my leg. So go ahead.
I'll take my gun back too.
Yeah,
And
Um,
you're grabbing the computer.
oh yeah, I'm gonna grab the hard drive because I feel like that's the real mark of all of this, right? And if I was sent here to do anything, it's to get the hard drive, and I'm gonna do the classic kind of character turn where like I was doing a bunch of distracting so you guys can get in. Now that you're all kind of targets, I'm going to use that ability, that like distraction, to get the case and try to get it out of this conflict zone.
Okay. And
not really betraying, but like, you know,
You had your own shady motives this whole time.
Mhm.
And so Otis and Pistol, you're running to the car.
I mean, I'm just upstairs, but yeah.
Gone to the car. Pistol's gone to the car.
Yeah.
I am trying to hotwire this thing because
And-
it needs to pass 120 miles an hour. Fuck the what's it called? It's the thing that regulates the speed, and you remove
Governor.
it.
The speed
Yes,
regulator.
Fuck the governor. She
The
was trying
governor,
to
Governess.
the governor into the sun.
Yeah.
So,
So as you're out there though, like running around the side of the house again, like the far too jack sheriff, and he's taken he's taken off the rest of his shirt, and you see that there was like an American flag had been tattooed across his chest. However, a hasty cover-up has been done, so there's a hammer and sickle over his like left breast, and then
Beautiful.
the rest of his torso is just
Beautiful.
entirely red. Though you can kind of still see some of the red, white, and blue sticking through where it used to be, because he probably still needs to go in to get it touched up. This seems like a fairly recent tattoo. It's peeling. It's peeling some, peeling in some big fish. And he's like, "Who are you? You've just done too much here.
like,
This
ahead.
belongs to me."
All right.
like this is to
Direct-
Pistol.
Is he by the car or is he with us
No,
downstairs?
no. This is upstairs, or like he sees
Okay.
you with the car.
Yeah, I guess I'm
Okay.
just like coming out at this point. So, director, this is where I want to spend my spotlight.
Mhm.
May I have a line here though? That's all.
Yes, please go for it.
Yeah, because all you see is like Pistol like looks like the hood is popped. Pistol pops out with looks up with a wrench and goes, "Oh boy, we got company."
Nice.
Got it.
Otis just sort of staggers out from the side of the house. Just goes, "All right, no, that's enough. That's enough of this. No, absolutely not." And just starts walking towards Sheriff Tillman, just like still rubbing his chest, like, I've that's too much. Like, it was one thing when we had like a hole punched in the side of the J.C. Penney with all the shooting and the driving around, and there was another thing blowing up a Denny's because of a chase sequence. I bent a wrench on a guy downstairs. There's kidnapping here. All of that's already too much, Sheriff Tillerman. But on top of all of that, you went ahead and threw yourself in with the Reds. That's just that is too much for one day, if you ask me. You have anything to say for yourself about this? Look what you've done to this town.
Their winning is inevitable. Have you seen what they did in all of those wars? The amount of people, the drive. They are the perfect predators.
I see you're playing the long game here. Well, I'm not really a long game kind of guy. We've got a motto, and it's no time like the present. And frankly, it's no time like the present. And I'm going to use that spotlight to sucker punch the sheriff, because Otis has just had enough.
Get it.
All right, that
That's
gives
so
you
funny.
a free extreme.
Yep. Free extreme, unless you think he's a glass jaw kind of guy to just knock him flat.
We'll say not quite flat here. Just
Yeah.
it hits. You take some damage here. Ah, Otis. What's happening downstairs?
I actually want to spend my spotlight here if I can. So yeah, while everything's going on, hacking, while there's explosions and fire everywhere, he's like just on the computer typing like mad. And then I don't know, for some reason, I guess the sheriff has he has a PA system in his home, so I hack that. And as Otis is like he's looming over Otis after that sucker punch, I'd be like, "Hey, is this thing on? Hey, sheriff, if you can hear me, Stop whatever you're doing. All right, I got all of your files downloaded on a disk right now. I'm rerouting all your money. I know you might see my wrong run. All your money to Doctors Without Borders, and I'm sending your location to the feds. It's over.
And there's
All your stuff gone.
this utter look of panic as he's kind of saying that if none of you do anything, he actually starts to rush like towards the house, like basically through like the back gate and into like try to go into the home itself. Is any of you two doing anything there?
I'm gonna stick my foot out and just trip him, to give Pistol a chance to do anything more than I could possibly do.
Pistol was dropped had dropped the wrench and grabbed her gun in case like some stuff was gonna go down. So I think she just fires off a shot to like keep him from going in the house.
Okay.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't want to like. I'm not doing anything complicated. I'm just sticking a leg out. So if that gives a bonus to Pistol because he stumbles, then perfect.
He trips into the bullet.
Okay.
Yeah. He fell into my bullet 10 times.
And were you firing at him, or are you just firing to
Oh
like,
no, she's
warning
firing
shot?
at him.
Okay.
She's firing. 'Cause-
We'll say Otis, go ahead and make a roll for like a you're sort of an attack, but you're trying to stumble him, and then Pistol, you can make your
All right.
fire.
Okay.
I got nothing.
I would like to add an adrenaline to my roll, so
Mhm.
that gives me a +1, right?
Yeah,
To whatever I
Yeah, if you hit shift and click, it'll give an opportunity to add stuff.
shift click, and then +1. That is 1 basic and 1 critical.
All right. He needs an extreme for damage. So
Okay.
do you want to try to push that?
I'm gonna push it. I'm gonna re-roll it. 2 basic and 1 critical.
We'll say that hits him. Does it kind of catches him in the shoulder. There's just this moment where he just sort of turns, and now he's a little bit worried in both directions. And Kingston, what were you doing?
I'm now back upstairs, standing in front of where the fire has started to burn through the door. My plan is to, while everyone's wrapped up over there, I'm going to walk out the front door, get in Pistol's car, drive off into the sunset.
I swear to God, if you take Delilah, I'm gonna fuck your ass up.
That is the whole, and now there's, and so I thought, to make that make sense, a stunt to leap through the fire, or maybe just a cool to be right at the car.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Okay.
See if
So mad.
you get burnt.
Pistol the kind of guy that leaves her keys in like the
Absolutely
sun
not.
visor.
No, Delilah's her everything. She would like, you'd have to hotwire the car because she would be like Delilah is her everything, and like even though she left it there, she's coming back for it. She just has to fuck some shit up first.
I think the implication, at least in the scene, would be that their characters have been flirting, right? So
Right.
that like this is a cat and mouse thing. Like it's less of like I'm grabbing this to spite you, and more like now you have a reason to come chase after me.
Okay.
Would be the
I like the
dynamic.
idea of a flashback of you like reaching in and getting her keys somehow at some point.
Yeah.
It's like the exact opposite of like leaving your sweater at her place.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah, right.
I should come back.
It's only 2 basic.
Yeah, we'll say you take no damage. You rush through, and you're sort of
Okay.
at the car. And sticky keys. Yeah, you've done that. So we got out there. So you got him kind of under it. And I think we're getting close to time here. This might be.
Yeah.
He's just like he's looking around. You've got the gun aimed at him. He's been hit. He's kind of bleeding from his shoulder. And you've got the two of you out there. He's kind of like looking, and he's far enough away from both of you right now that he's if you're closer, he could do something immediately. But right now, he's a little bit closer. You've got him sort of under the gun. And he goes,
Okay.
If you put me in prison, or go back.
Yeah.
You put me in prison, I'm not going to stay there long. I got friends on there who will get me out, and then I will find you. I will get my revenge.
Sheriff, you're the sheriff. You put people in there. I imagine you got more enemies than friends in there.
And it kind of dawns on him. There's just this moment where his eyes just kind of go wide. And
Yeah.
As he says that, like I'll hit enter on the keys, and there's like probably like a flash of like, some random person working at Doctors Without Borders that just like their screen pops up with like millions of dollars transferred, or like someone in the FBI headquarters and their screen like goes up with like incoming GPS coordinates. It could be bad guys here type thing.
The
And then
thing
bad
with
guys
the
like I
drums.
just
America.
yeah, right. You get out, we'll put you back in again.
All right. And Kingston, are you gonna try to hot wire the car?
I can I roll for that flashback? That's a much more. Could I do a stealth to have tried or would that be a dexterity stealth? Right?
I think that could be. We want to do that with pistols to be like a
Yeah,
pose roll.
like what's that?
Doing a pose roll with pistol.
Oh yeah, there you go. There you go.
Oh,
So it would have been back in the car when I was handing you when I was when I got my jacket when I got no okay what makes this that'd be after you got out of the car when we've seen each other.
probably when you got the hard drive, when you took the hard drive from me and just like went up the stairs very smoothly.
Yeah,
Just-
yeah, it would have just had to have been just a few moments.
There was a moment where you passed her in the
Yeah.
house.
a lingering look.
Okay, so we're retcon it where we had it because we'll have to we'll flash back to a moment where of that little like cat and mouse like moment where I'm not quite so stoic for a second, right?
Okay.
And then I make an offhanded comment about you having to take his car, and you're like, why would I drive his car? And that's when we'll like zoom in to see if you notice that I'm trying to. So I got a critical.
Okay.
And I'm going to keep that critical.
What am I rolling? To
What would you have?
Awareness.
You think too? Like
Detect.
awareness could be a thing.
Awareness.
Detect.
Yeah.
yeah, I think awareness.
Flirt.
Fine.
Super flirt protects you.
Yeah, super
He's so
flirt.
flirty, don't get robbed.
I was gonna say like I could argue for flirt, but no, I'm
If
gonna
you did super flirt. Okay.
Nope, awareness and extreme.
Oh, nice,
Don't
nice.
touch the car. But like I think as you like go to reach for her keys, she'd be like, "Oh, handsome, you're not touching my car."
Wonderful. Yeah. So I'm at the car, and I'm going to I can't get I can't drive it because I don't have the keys. So no that
Well, I was gonna ask if we could build on that flashback.
yeah for sure.
You don't want to. I mean,
No, let's do it.
I think she's. Aren't you gonna ask for my permission?
Unfortunately, I'm not accustomed to asking for permission.
How typical.
It's in my idiom.
They can take whatever they want.
He says, "I'll trade you for mine," and I'm going to pull out my keys to my car, which is a Rolls Royce, which is parked at the mall.
Well, I was gonna ask you to buy me dinner, but a Rolls Royce works real nice too.
And then I'll lean in. I'll be like, "My directive was to get this case and kill the rest of you, but my want is for you to save these." And I point over at them as they're like scrambling and like fighting the sheriff. Gentlemen, get out alive. And so we'll do a little bit of like a back turn where it's like I was going to double cross and I'm not now because of this flirty moment. And then you can get my car that's down at the thing. And so now it's part of teamwork.
Yeah,
that
she'll
we're
take
back in.
keys to the
Okay.
Rolls
Yeah, I
Royce,
like that.
and she's like, "You still owe me dinner."
I never cook.
That's what restaurants are for, honey.
And
And it won't
yeah,
be a Denny's.
it can't be a Denny's.
But that's it.
Yeah. So with that, so that whole scene is like I'm already in the car and I'm recounting that scene. We're revealing it to the audience that the double cross wasn't a double cross, but it was a little fun.
Redemption arc.
Little bit.
Redemption.
Yeah. And then unless you got anything else for Michael, he's gone.
Yeah, as you said, that car takes off. You've got like the pistol on the sheriff who's sitting there with you and Otis. And was John coming up or was he still?
Yeah, no, once everything's downloaded, close the laptop and come back up.
Okay.
I mean,
So,
Sticky
sorry.
Keys informed the FBI, right? So are we just
Yeah.
holding him here,
Mhm.
or
my question
what's your idea?
is he outside?
Yes.
Or with this entire scene? Okay, cool. So, Pistol, and her infinite wisdom, has gotten all right, we gotta go. We're in the Corolla, and then she realizes that she could end this the way it began, and she goes, "Hey, Otis, take a step to the left," and turns the car on and pushes the gas to hit this guy with the car.
I just
Nice.
just slam him into the wall.
Yeah, pretty much.
Just
Oh,
Sucks to suck, motherfucker. That's what you get for fucking up Delilah. You owe me a new hood, you piece of shit.
you owe me a new bumper. My God.
Don't worry about your bumper. I got you. I can fix cars, no problem.
Yeah, so John, you come up and you see the sheriff, like, with the hastily put on tattoo, pinned to the wall with the car, and then these two yelling at each other.
Just gonna like look at him real fast, like look at him down him, see these two yelling, just quietly walk back. Maybe say, should have left with the spy. And just like get into like the back seat if I imagine like a also very half awake, traumatized Toru and Mori at the end piece. Just like sit in the back of my
Tor was
computer.
in the car when it ran into the sheriff.
Yeah.
Just like with my backpack clutched to my chest, just
All right, that sound a good place to fade to black?
Yep, into the car and off.
All right. Why don't we let people know where to find all you wonderful folk?
Do we want to go backwards today?
Yeah, your turn.
Sure.
Yeah,
Okay,
where we going
great. I love being first. Yay! Hi, everybody. My name is Vixie Bell, and I have been your friendly neighborhood player here at the table with the Improv GM. Thank you so much for running a great game. This was great. You can find me everywhere on the internet, either at Vixie Bell or over at the Pocket Dragon Pub, where I run and play games. And yeah, that's fine. My actual play schedule is actually up on my social media if you're interested in finding out where I'll be next. I believe I will be back at another charity game for Doctors Without Borders for a game of Brindlewood Bay, where I get to play a little old lady named Tiamati, and I'm super excited about it. So yeah, I'm gonna
awesome.
popcorn it on over to Otis. So.
Hey folks, I'm Zachary Vaudo. I was your nobody role Otis Nemo. You can typically find me on pretty much every social media site at SneakerNet or SneakerNet Music. I make music for a lot of streams and for your own personal pleasure. Most recently, I released a soundtrack to a Changeling the Lost stream that just aired yesterday, so you can find that on all stream platforms, and you can see that stream on the Hype Goblin's YouTube channel. Beyond that, I'm usually over at the Hype Goblin. I do a bunch of stuff with a bunch of other channels. I was just on Noir Enigma last week on a couple of other Outgunned games. I'll be doing stuff with Twisted Fates later on in the year. Follow me on social media to see where I am. I am, as I usually say, wherever tabletop games are played. I'm going to drop it down over to our hacker, Sticky Keys.
All right, yes, I've been Sticky Keys. I am on most social media platforms, Action Surge DM. My name is Sergio. Usually, as the name implies, I usually GM. I'm on Start Playing under Action Surge DM, so my schedule is usually full of games, but I got plenty of space for all kinds. Everyone's welcome. Beautiful community, welcoming, fun community we got over there. So yeah, feel free to check me out and Start Playing. And it was very fun to be a player for once and try a new system. So thank you, Improv, for putting that together. This was a blast. Yeah. And last but not least, we got our spy, Mr. Rook.
Hi, I'm Jack Panic, better known as Dungeon Club on the internet, dungeonclub.itch.io. I write games. So if you like playing games, which I think you maybe would like mine, most of my games are free. Right now, I'm actually on February doing Zine Quests. I've got a book, some Reliquaries, Part 2. It's over 100 different entries that are system agnostic that can fit into any game you'd like. So $10 for 2 massive PDFs. Yeah, thank you so much, Michael. It's always a pleasure. You guys, I had so much fun. It was so nice to meet all of you and to get to play with you. It was such a good time.
Indeed.
I am Michael, Improv GM pretty much everywhere. I've got Ars Magica on Sundays, and I've actually started doing spectaculars on Start Playing also on Sundays. Nice. Sunday afternoons. Hope you give to Doctors Without Borders a really worthy cause. We are probably not going to take down Jordan Brown. I should have made him the sheriff. But thank you all very much, and you have a great evening.